The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Gary was late.
That was not part of the plan. You were going to blame it on Nina, even though I was late.
Well,
But I was here. I got back in time.
She was first.
Whatever. Yeah, because you sent her the link on Instagram. I was sitting there waiting. You didn't send me a link.
Yeah, because I sent you a message 30 minutes earlier saying, I'm going to send you the link on Instagram. And you never replied.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You replied 30 minutes later.
I said, will do.
Yes.
At 11:55. That's
No. You
ready to go.
You did. We'll do it 5:55 my time.
No.
I sent the message at 5:21.
Yeah, I was watching Doctor Who.
How do I know that you got the message? Because you're Gary from Nerdrotic.
Dude, have I not?
Your thing is boomerang.
Have I just not shown up to a real BBC?
No, but I need if you just yes. So I had to send it to Nina, and Nina, as soon as I sent it, went yes, okay. So I was like, good, okay.
I was watching The End of Time. It was a very engrossing scene. Doctor was regenerating.
I don't want to go.
I don't want to go.
oh, the soundtrack.
Yeah, that was Az on Twitter last night. I don't want to go.
I don't want to go.
It was more I don't give a fuck, but okay. I was just saying, when my first account got banned, this one was always living on borrowed time because I just kind of lost the amount of fucks that I'd given for Twitter.
Oh.
But we're permanently banned again now. Sorry, my manager is now permanently banned.
Yeah, so I don't see much changing when the little weak-minded fools can still ass flag.
Oh, by the way, the people who are bragging about taking me down, that wasn't the tweet. The Dan Slott needs to lose his virginity tweet. Wasn't that? Dan Slott is a fucking retarded goblin. It wasn't that.
Some people thought that it was the one that you said something to that girl that likes to have fun with dogs.
I put this has got to be you got to be putting me on or something.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I thought that was
that's what I
milk
read.
toast. I didn't.
I thought that was a joke. I didn't realize if that was serious or not.
No, you got to be putting me on. This can't be serious. What
Yeah,
she's doing
I don't
can't be
know why
serious.
people thought that that's why you got banned. I was like,
What?
Yeah, I was like, what? That's
No.
not it.
Do you know why I got banned from Twitter, folks? Do you know the tweet? Because they send you the tweet that you were banned for. The tweet was there's a video of a drunken prick walking down an alleyway at night, and there's a dog on the other side of the alleyway, and he crosses and goes to kick the dog. The dog sidesteps out the way. He flies up, lands on his head on the concrete.
Huh.
And I put good. I hope I put good. I hope the fucking idiot hurt himself. And that is why Twitter banned me.
Apparently, dog kickers are a protected class.
Yeah, animal abusers protected, just like pedos on Twitter as well. Protected. Apparently, that was targeted harassment.
Who are you targeting?
You shouldn't be going after goblins. I told you.
I know.
Those guys, we've got a few goblins in the audience. They just don't
But Dan
wanna...
Slott's a virgin is a correct statement. So that's not harassment.
That's an objective truth.
Yes.
I mean, like,
So that's not harassment.
No.
hey, maybe Dan hasn't tried. Okay, you know,
Have you seen him?
yeah, I've seen him go on live streams without like getting his dirty socks off of his bed behind
Ew.
him.
Ah,
Ugh.
And I
his
don't know,
computer's in his bedroom.
Those
That's
was
dodge.
socks for
That's
feet.
dodgy.
or socks for something else. I just don't
Oh.
know.
Oh no!
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
Why'd you put that thought in my
Dan
head?
slots wank
God damn it!
Happy tissues, sad tissues. I don't know. I just know he went. Thanks, my dear. You're the best.
Aww.
Oh. Can I say congrats, Mr. Gary, on that video? I did check it out myself.
Oh.
Very, very engaging. Very well edited, Mr. Barry Chan. Good job.
Yeah,
Very.
good
But
video.
I was a lot of people like celebrating it. It's just like it's a really great cap off in terms of just wow, what the fuck happened that year, eh?
Thank you, Mahler. I know Az hasn't seen it.
I
I
see
haven't
it.
seen it.
I know. Son of a bitch.
Because look at it as well. It's
I
like how
and watch every single one of your videos, motherfucker.
After you started getting pissy about me missing one video in the whole year, I'm right. But Gary, he's gonna do his top 5, and then he's gonna go, and then I'm gonna go, didn't see it, and he's gonna go,
Even though you're in it.
Yeah, you were in it.
dude, I am coofed up to the eyeball right now.
One of my team of experts. Smaller was too. So
I was
thank you.
there. I had a little science outfit. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh,
And I'm
whoa, easy.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Hey. I'm not
I'm
due
balls
for my,
deep into The Witcher as well.
exam for
Just
Couple
put
months.
these on.
yeah.
Yeah,
I want to share something with you quickly, if okay.
I was
Even
going to say the
your
honorable
balls
mention
deep into
section's funny.
Tris.
Sorry, those
Just
Oh,
kids-
I'm definitely gonna watch that video. It's gonna be a fun video.
it's about to hit 1 million. So
Yeah. there's a lot of-
Fantastic! It was really good.
thank you.
So this is a comic book show. Sometimes
Batman.
This
with T
is-
comics.
this is Detective Comics 701 cover, Legacy Part 6.
Nolan.
Yeah, Graham
Whoa.
Nolan, Chuck Dixon writing, Scott Hanna colors. Woof.
Gary, I
Green
think you'll
team
find
right there.
Christopher Nolan was the one that made the one with Bane. Idiot.
Yeah.
It was called Dark Knight Rises.
Jesus.
Dark Knight Reese's Pieces. And this is one of my favorite covers from Graham Nolan. This is one of my favorite covers of all time. I just love it. I just think it's really dynamic, really awesome.
Dude, that is
It's freaking great.
beautiful. It is beautiful. The line work on that, everything about it is utterly gorgeous. And he sent me a piece of art.
Nice.
Went.
Well-
I was gonna open it. And I'm like, where did the box go? Oh, I know where it is. Okay.
Well, this is page 11 of that comic from 1996. Batman, Bane having a little bit of a showdown with each other, and then shit hits the fan.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi, Az.
Hi,
Look at Az.
I got
Let him
a.
go.
Pulling through with COVID because last night he's all, you're probably gonna have to take the show
Yeah, I know.
tomorrow.
Aw.
And all of a sudden I see the live and I'm like, oh shit. Oh wow.
Ooh.
Dude, that Bane looks great.
Graham Nolan has sent me the OG page. This
That
is
is-
the actual
Fucking
page
beautiful.
that it was printed from. There's only one of this in the world. This is it.
And it says to as
To
I
us,
will break you.
I will
Aw.
break you.
Thank you.
I will break you. Graham Nolan.
Aw.
Graham, of course, was on the show a couple of 3 weeks ago. Awesome. He was absolutely awesome. You guys loved him.
Wait, am I understanding this right? That's the original.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes,
He's
that
giving
is
you
The original.
Yes.
Damn.
That is-
yes.
insanely.
If I do this,
generous.
Mauler, you can see this is it. This is how how the page is put
Yeah.
together. So
As you
put
better be
what the
putting that in
comic is.
carbonite, all right?
Oh, this
Yeah.
is right. There's a
Framing it.
professional framer near to me.
Okay.
I'm having this professionally framed.
Beautiful.
So I can open mine here.
So
live.
you can open yours and let's. Oh, but before you do, just one more thing.
Yeah.
Said Columbo. He also, in the same box, sent a signed copy of the first printing of Vengeance of Bane, the first ever appearance of Bane, created by
Ooh.
himself, Chuck Dixon.
Ah,
So,
lovely.
absolutely
Is that
incredible. Incredible. Great. I've
Now I
sent
know
Graham
why
a-
you wore the gloves. I was like, why is he wearing gloves? Now I get it.
Yes. So because I'm banned from Twitter, I couldn't message Graham to thank him. So Graham, if you see this before anything, I've sent you a message. I sent you a message on Instagram a few hours ago to give my thanks, because you have, well, he probably does know, because I think Graham very specifically picked that out, because we'd already discussed in previous stream that Detective Comics 701 was my favorite. And I was a huge fan of Bane, obviously. So I was just blown away this morning when I was streaming at the time. And I was just absolutely blown away when I opened it. Hey, Graham's on our side. And when I say our side, I mean he's on the customer's side. Unlike Dan Slut. He wishes. Dan needs to slot.
That was two minds attacking each other there on Az's part. It's like, slut, that kind of sounds like slut. And then the other one's like, he's a virgin.
He's a virgin.
You can't say that.
You can't
Of
call
course
a virgin a slut.
he's
That
a
was the
Twitter
writer's
slut.
room.
He's a Twitter slut.
And
Yeah, you can be a slut for Twitter, yeah.
again, just finally, before Gary, you share, this arrived today.
Ah, yes, that is
Ooh.
an awesome book. That is a truly awesome book.
Gotham, as if it was realized in 1919 to 1939.
Oh,
Obviously,
cool,
joke on the
okay.
front. And then if we just grab let's just grab a.
This
Oh,
is the
well,
guy-
actually,
This is the
Joker.
guy. This is the guy who did the burlesque show, the Star Wars, the Empire Strips Back.
Slut's back.
Yeah, he's like kind of a creative genius.
Oh, dude, I'd watch this for a movie.
Yeah.
That's
wouldn't
a
it be
chord.
cool?
That's a chord.
Well, then again, I would. So this is like sort of, this isn't like a story. It's more
No,
of a
it's an entire made up lore for
Yeah.
a
right.
time era, and it's fucking brilliant. It is.
But yeah, what I
so
mean is, I would consume it if it were made into a story.
absolutely. I think everybody would.
Gotham by Gaslight, Mauler.
Chris,
Is that which of the mediums is that?
That is Batman versus Jack the Ripper, and that's comic.
and it's
Comic,
it's
okay.
Elseworlds. It's
Yeah.
an Elseworlds,
Ah.
so it's out of continuity.
Hey, as for people who don't know, can you tell the good people why Dan Slott is such a douchebag on Twitter?
Because he thinks She-Hulk is an alcoholic whore. That's the law. He's like, hey, She-Hulk's the most comic book accurate show there's been on the MCU. Because she's an alcoholic whore that doesn't take a single ounce of responsibility for her life. And that's the way that I wrote her.
Yeah, that's not true.
I mean,
No.
it was a great show, and it's definitely getting a season 2, right? Right.
Yes, any day they're going to announce it. Any day.
Any
now.
day now.
I mean,
hope
why
so.
they haven't already, it's a little bit bigoted. But
Yeah.
Just a little bit? It's a lot.
To be honest with you, I think that should have been the first show to break tradition, and episodes just kept coming. It should have been like a soap opera. Episodes just keep coming, never stop
one a week, every week, forever, until
Ever,
we
yeah.
die.
until the heat, death of the universe. I don't like if we die, it should go on. You know, everyone.
Yeah.
Yes.
It should be no humans are left on Earth, but She-Hulk is still being made.
Mhm.
Yes. A robot, an AI can do it.
Yes,
That's
yes.
called Westworld.
I love it.
You got a full screen here, now, Gary.
Oh shit! Hi.
Hi.
The first
Oh,
AI
wow.
we properly build and maintain as supposed to
Let's
build
see what
She-Hulk
Gary
episode.
got. Oh, whoa.
So far, we got a.
Don't dox yourself.
Ooh.
Just make sure.
It's my PO box.
Okay, phew, okay. Excuse me. Thank you for all the well wishes. This show's probably going to be a short show today because of my koofy doofy. Daddy gotta go to bed.
Oh, he got you some brown paper. You threw
Yeah,
There's
he got
one
me. He got
brown
me some as
paper.
well.
That
Sorry,
stuff
Graham. I
is-
should have.
Is pristine. That is an original.
Ooh.
Oh.
Hardcover.
Nice.
Hardcover. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Hard is always better.
Ladies.
Ladies.
That's what she said.
Oh, this is great. I just open to a random page.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Nice.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Say.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Oh, man.
gloves on. Oh shit.
Yeah, careful.
man.
Careful.
Oh.
Detective Comics 682, page 2. Look at this splash.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Holy shit. I'm gonna have to make room on the walls of wonder for this.
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
I'm-
Yes.
I'm getting a little aroused right now, so I just
Oh,
want to
Graham. Oh
Oh.
my God. What a legend.
Graham, thanks that this is like super overly crazy generous. This is an
Yes.
actual page from like you guys have no idea what these are worth.
This is actual pop culture.
Yeah.
Legitimate pop culture in your hand.
Well, this is like art. I mean,
Yes.
like, I know people go, yeah, that's no, this is
No,
Art.
this is art.
Museums.
Yeah.
art.
Oh, of course.
This is the work of a genius. No AI could produce this shit.
No.
All right, ever. That's hey, I'm not against AI. I'm not against it. I'm just
I
saying,
am.
gotta
Fuck
keep the human quality in. So there we go. Shad's got a good video on it. But this is Graham, you're awesome. You're too generous. Thank you.
Yay.
It was our honor to have you on the show.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And you know what? As has said this, but that's the honestly some of the best feedback we've ever gotten on our show from you guys. Like, just I got emails, as got emails, comments everywhere. We're just like, Graham was great. Get him back. We loved him. That was such a fun show. So yeah, we'll have him back if he wants to come back. I'm glad
What more about comics?
I was able to open that on the show. So that was cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
Freaking holidays happen and just woo, and honestly, I haven't been doing shit since the video. I watched Reacher. My brother-in-law's been over. I love my brother-in-law. JT's awesome, and he's basically fixed up our entire house because he's like super handy.
Oh,
Like, everything wrong with our house except for finding out we need a roof. He fixed,
well, that's good.
but I
That's
got
really
to
nice of
Not
him.
I have to get a roof
JT
now.
from Odin's Men.
Odin's Men. Chris Gore turned me on to that channel. That's an
Yeah.
awesome channel. Yeah.
Same. I can't stop watching. I
It's
can't stop
freaking
watching it.
Great. But yeah, so I watched Reacher all the way through again. I watched Terminal List all the way through again. And I have to say, I love Terminal List, but I do prefer Reacher. I do.
Me
After
too.
watching them back to back, I think Reacher's a little more fun.
That's what I thought. Reacher's a
Terminal
little
List
more
is
fun.
like better made, but Reacher's a little more fun. But I watched them in 2 days. And then I watched Doctor Who season 2 because we were supposed to do this. And I'm like, I don't need to just watch the end of time. I'll just watch the entire Tenet run. So that's all I've been doing is watching fucking TV. It's been great.
I rewatched with Metal between streams and stuff. For it's been a while. All of the IT Crowd.
Yay! I love that show. It's so
I forgot how
good.
much I love it. I've always said it's really good, but rewatched, I was like, "Fuck, this is so funny."
I watched that show so many times.
They're currently filming season 2 of Reacher as we speak.
Mhm.
They're filming. What the hell? They should be done.
Well, he's been posting pictures from set, so
Oh, good.
Didn't they
good.
wrap up like recently? As I
Well, they
thought
don't
they
need to
did.
do a ton of post. It's not like they have like all this special effects to do. They just have editing.
it's editing. Yeah, editing
It
can
doesn't take as long. Yeah.
it can be a thing. Before we
Oh,
forget,
funny as well,
You're gonna see Hollywood back way the fuck off of. Oh shit! Sorry, guys. We have to try not to cuss in the first. I mean, they say 15 seconds, but for live streams, I'm thinking it's gonna be like 20 minutes.
Do I have to?
shit.
Yeah. Fuck.
Dude, speaking of that,
Fucking cunt face. Wow.
Friday
Oh,
Night
no.
Lights got age restricted. From
do you know IT Crowd has bleeps for fucking shit? But
Yeah.
there's this episode where someone's about to get fired, and then someone else does swearing and stuff, but it's bleeped. And then the guy says, "You know what? You're rehired for being so on point with that bleeper." And he's just got a button next to him that he presses whenever someone swears. And then the next time someone says "fucker," he bleeps it too late. And it goes "fucker beep." Just good shit. No, I don't even know how they necessarily got away with all of it. I'm not even sure what the age rate of that show was because they said a lot of swearing. It's great.
Did
But,
did you see the retard episode? I love that.
Dude, the whole
I'm disabled.
the whole when she's like, "And how long have you been disabled?" He's like, 10 years. She's like, 10 years, 10 years. And how did it happen? Acid. She's like, acid. Oh, that sounds rare. And he's like, it's really rare. It's like 1 in 100 or something. It's
Oh my god, it's so
absolutely
good.
absurd show. Fully recommended. It was funny going through it with Metal because he knows about the memes from that show, but he didn't know the context for like any of them. If you remember,
You
like,
tried turning off and turning on again.
well, there's that one, but there's like, I think when he says, "People, what a bunch of bastards."
I don't
This
know.
is when
That's just legit.
Yeah.
Smaller. I love the Peter File episode too. That was great.
yeah, the guy called
Peter
Peter
File.
File. He's like, it doesn't sound like Peter File.
There's got to be people in the world called Peter File, and that's got to be
You need
tough.
to change your
Peter
name.
File.
Change
Yeah.
the name. Just change it.
Peter
Like the
File.
guy's name, Gary, was Peter File, and like the way the British say it.
Peter
was-
File.
Yeah.
There you
File,
go.
yeah.
This
There you
is
go.
Peter File. Beg your pardon.
I think Moss said something like, just move to America. They say pedophile.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, there's the episode where they convince her that the internet is just this little black box with a little red light on it, and then
Oh,
like, you
yeah.
have to take
How do
care
we
of
know
the
it's
internet.
not? Okay.
It's a
it could be.
computer.
Yeah. Can you prove otherwise? Huh?
Yeah,
Huh?
and the idea of that show, right, is the tech, because it was back in 2006 it started, so tech was still mostly not understood. And so the idea is like they tell her that as a joke, so she'll humiliate herself in a speech. Then she delivers the speech with that black box, and everyone in the room knows fuck all about computers. So they're like, "Wow, that's the internet."
Yeah.
And then someone comes crashing to it, accidentally breaks it, and then they all panic and run around like the internet's dead, it's gone, and oh god, they start killing each other and stuff. It's fully recommend the show, especially that meme that all of you are familiar with when their boss Renham he finds out that the police are there to talk to him about like tax fraud, and he goes, "Yep, get them coffees and send them right in." And then he just gets up, walks to his window, and jumps out the building.
That was one of the parts of the show that I like really didn't see coming was like when they introduced his son, and his son was so freaking funny. I was like, there's
Yeah.
no way anyone's gonna be funnier than this guy. And then that guy killed it. I was like, holy shit, this is hilarious.
Father. yeah,
Oh,
it's a rare case where you had a character everyone really liked and he was replaced by someone that everyone really liked. You don't
Yeah.
get that very often.
almost never.
But yeah, Matt Berry is funny as fuck in that show. And he finds the dad's suicide note. Technically, he says, "This is a gun. I was going to shoot myself, but I decided I'd jump out the window."
And like how he like harasses all the women. Oh my
Yeah.
God, it's so funny.
Well, yeah. He's chewing out Jen for having thrown coffee on a homeless person, and he says, "Why the hell do you hate the homeless so much?" And she's like, "I don't." He's like, "Is it because she was a woman? Because that I can understand."
Misogyny.
So many
Misogyny.
good lines in that show.
Oh, it's a
Welcome
It's
to
a-
the Real BBC
an
for all your
edgy
IT crowd needs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, what's-
I haven't seen the IT crowd.
Oh, right.
oh, Gary, you'd
I
love
have
it.
no
You'd
idea what
actually
it's
love
about.
it.
Oh,
It's,
you guys
um,
would love it.
It's like that's a show that like Big Bang Theory like has no idea about a lot of technology. It just sort of
Never watched it.
well, I've seen clips, but like IT Crowd has a lot of references to the tech that make you feel like the people who are involved actually know a little bit about tech, but it's still like mostly just about the comedy. It's all about like crazy setups and stuff. But yeah, watch like 2 or 3 episodes and you'll have a good taste of what it is. And yeah, I reckon you'd like it a lot, Gary. Let's just say probably wouldn't be able to be made today.
Definitely
I'll
not.
definitely like
That's
them.
pathetic. That's pathetic.
Yeah, I know it sucks because we were
It
laughing
doesn't
quite a
suck.
fucking
It's
bit.
pathetic.
Yeah.
Absolutely pathetic. It's
Yeah.
pathetic that you can get it banned from Twitter for calling somebody a fucking virgin.
Like to give you an example of how the show gives you a lot more respect as a viewer. she's late to a meeting or something, and her boss says, why? Like, why? And then she's like, oh, there was too much RAM, and we had to sort that out. And it's like
Too much RAM?
Too much RAM.
like he'll be like, oh, okay, but if you know anything, like the basics about
Gary's
you'd be
there
like,
thinking,
too much
I
RAM.
gotta just not say anything during these fucking conversations.
Gary, you know what RAM is, don't you?
Yes, I know
Mola,
what RAM is. Okay.
I said to Gary, do you know how to access your Witcher 3 files? Gary replied, on the computer.
on the
on the
PC.
computer?
On
You
the
should have
On the
clarified.
PC?
yeah,
You
I
meant-
said on the
Yes,
PC.
on your PC, Gary. Yes.
Yeah, well, that's step one. All right, he's getting there.
I found him, didn't I? I found him. You got okay. Remember, as
No, I told you
have
whether.
only been back, I have only been back on PC
Yeah.
for 2.5 years. All right, for a decade, I was on Mac. I was on fucking Mac for a decade. Okay,
Gross.
because I was an artiste and an editor.
Oh yeah, there's an artist.
Mauler, how
Obviously.
about that part of the
Wait,
episode?
Nina,
What? What happened?
put this fucking super chat up for 15
Okay,
minutes.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
So as
Yes.
I
Go
just grabbed
ahead,
one.
Gary. Go ahead. What's that?
I was just gonna comment on the super chat. I think metal is alive and well. I think metal is alive and well. I think it's doing better than rock. Definitely better than alternative. And
Oh, I just I go as far as saying it's right there. Take it,
Is it?
make it. There's more mainstream appeal for it, and people who haven't even heard it. There's people who are ready,
dude,
And that Eddie
old,
Munson scene, man, that's just evidence enough.
old crusty metal bands are selling out arenas again. It's
Should I
pretty-
have some context to what you're saying?
yes. Well, read the super chat. I was just setting you up,
JVP
man.
Music with $100 super chat.
Yay.
You just got a cough from me, not a clap. Because months ago, no, so I can't compete with that today. Months ago, Mauler said the Eddie Munson scene in Stranger Things showed that there's still mainstream appeal for metal. At that moment, I started my heavy metal audio comic Ruthless. Issue 1 is out now on my channel, which is JVP Music, and getting great feedback. Keep inspiring the Iron Age. Thank you very much indeed, dude.
Yeah.
And Gary, do you want to read this one? Because I can't do the inflections
No
today.
Zaku Boy for $50. Who sees into the hearts of men and the undergarments of women? Peeping Tom. A new year, a new threat. Tom's masculinity is turned toxic when his body is invaded by a sentient sickness. Can Tom last the 38 seconds to expel the virgin virus and snot?
Oh no!
The Virgin Virus.
Excellent.
Oh no! Thank you, no Zaku boy, dude. Thank you very much. Thank
Could
you.
be like
for preparing.
a goblin villain, and you could go by the name Retardo. That could be it.
Retardado.
Ricardo!
And Ministry of Wrong Think with a
Retardo
$50 as
Mumbo.
well.
Retardo sounds Mexican.
Wow, you can't say that.
It's supposed
Nina
to be
hating on her
Italian.
own kind.
What?
no.
I love Mexican.
No,
What are you
sorry,
talking about?
I apologize. You're an immigrant, so you're hating on. You're racist.
It's true.
Yeah,
This
you're the
is
bad thing.
Internalized something.
racism.
You are
Evil.
the closest to the Aryan race in this dream than any of us will ever be.
Your
This is true.
internalized Canadian misogyny.
Canadian side.
Yeah,
Internology.
she's got a little bit of that Trudeau in her, hasn't she?
Just a little bit.
Mm.
He voted for
Little
him. It was like totally cute and everything.
It was like so like cute and sexy. I like.
everything. Oh my
I
God.
looked at it. It's like, I bet it smells really nice.
Cute. Like,
It
like, oh my
smells
God.
like maple syrup.
It smells like gooseberries and lilac.
He was-
Gosh, you look so gay.
What the fuck?
Oh my
was
god,
that?
so gay.
I was just thinking, like, what would Gay Bane sound like? Maybe like that, and then he'd be called Gain, and he,
My name
kind of works.
is
'cause he's getting them
Bane.
gains.
Oh my god.
Well, Bane's
Bane's
South
gains.
American. Sorry, I think it'd be like my name
is Bane.
That was pretty good.
Oh, okay. I thought I was just waiting for him to go. That was shit.
I was enamored.
I was enamored.
I was enamored.
I was enamored.
No.
Oh.
Ministry of Wrong Thing with a $50 as well, not Canadian. That's Monopoly money. Hi, Canadians. I love you. Hey, Az, you should display a British pizza box in the background so people know you're actually from Paulding, Ohio. They're apparently reverse VPNs.
Oh.
Well, that's how they got. I don't even know. I don't even know anything about Andrew Tate apart from he kicks people. He used to kick people for a living.
Yeah, I know that part. Yeah.
That's it. That's all I know.
I saw one interview with him with Zuby. I've seen him talk about his COVID stuff. I don't know about the Giga Chad, which is just a big red flag for me. Okay.
Yeah, anyone who's talking about being alpha and being a chat, that just gives me Jack Murphy vibes.
Oh yeah. Well, how
Yeah,
many
same here.
cars have you got? Huh?
Well,
I don't have 33 cars,
There
and I
is
definitely don't have a Bugatti.
there is a Tywin Lannister meme that's made the rounds about something about you have to say you're the king. No king.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, I love that line. And
Alphas don't
that
say
whole
they're
scene,
alpha.
man.
Alphas are alpha by their deeds and actions. Like Reacher, he's an alpha.
Yeah.
Gary, what's even better about it when he says that about the king? He follows up with saying, "You'll understand that when I win your war for you."
Mm-hmm.
You're such a Chad. I miss
Oh
him.
yeah, Tywin was Charles Dance is just.
But
Yeah.
before that, Joffrey did call him out legitimately. If you
Oh,
saw,
hiding under Castle Rock. Yeah, it
Hiding
was a smart thing to do.
under yeah, like it was. But like, while my dad was winning the war, my dad killed Rhaegar Targaryen. Actually, no, your dad killed the Mad King, but he didn't know that. You were hiding under Castle Rock.
The
Casterly.
funny thing about that though is that he was choosing which side to back at that point, wouldn't he? He was like, the crown or the rebellion.
He was, but well, I mean, he was basically waiting to see who won, and that's the side he would choose.
Yeah.
That's being smart. That's being smart. Because quite frankly, he hated the Mad King at that point. For taking his firstborn son away. Or thinking he took his firstborn son away, but his firstborn son wanted to be the king's guard so he could fuck his sister.
God,
yeah, they
that's
were all
true.
kinds of fucked up.
It was all kinds of messed up, but it was like a lot of misinterpretation. But they used to be friends. They used to be like Tywin, and they used to be close friends.
So anyway, now that we're done with IT Crowd and Game of Thrones, any other TV shows you guys want to talk about? Or nah?
I'd like to talk about Alice in Borderland season 2.
No, I haven't seen it.
I'd like to talk
talk
about
about
how
Witcher.
1899 got canceled. That sucks.
Just wait till we hear that Witcher season 4 gets canceled
Oh,
or shortened. It'll be like 2 episodes.
well, have you heard that Lauren Hisrich is trying to break season 3 into 2 parts?
Yeah, that makes sense. That
What?
actually is that
No.
makes sense. That's what they essentially did with Doctor Who.
Yeah,
towards
but all
the
they're doing is trying to elongate the time that Henry has left.
Yeah.
Yes.
And yes, Super Nate, R.I.P. Uche. I
Yeah.
was
Uche.
absolutely shocked to the core yesterday. I couldn't believe it.
Same here.
Yesterday
Rest in
Could
peace.
not believe
Sorry
it.
to hear
A
that.
shit day for just a lot of reasons, but Uche was another.
And when I saw it trend like R.I.P. Uche, and I was like, "Oh, that's funny," because I know Uche, and I just had no idea it was him. And then then I saw Jeremy's tweet, and I butted head many a times with Uche.
Oh yeah.
Same here.
So
But he was a stand-up guy. Just because you butt heads doesn't mean somebody's your enemy. And Uche was very opinionated. Guess what? We're very opinionated, so you can't get too critical of somebody who wants to stand behind their own convictions. He was he was a good man. His heart was in the right place, and he was a good man. And
So sad. So
what
sad.
it is, I mean, especially with John Bartholo, and then now Uche, Jeremy, and I know there's and rest of Geeks and Gamers crew. I'm not dismissing them at all. They've had a really rough, 12, 15 months, and it's
Mm-hmm.
my heart really goes out to the whole of the Geeks and Gamers crew, and obviously to Uche's family, and very, very sad news. Very, very sad news indeed.
Yeah, they're doing okay. I mean, I talked to Jeremy like real quick. I'm not going to bug him right now, but I'm sure he's not. Just like with John, it's just so sudden, so young. Uche, yep. Uche was a bad take machine on Twitter. Yes, he was, but he still was a good guy, and he would still talk to you afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we butted heads, but like and I guess in the quote unquote locker room kind of way, where you talk tons of shit, but at the end, like when it's all done, that's just what dudes do, right? But Uche was like the embodiment of the American dream. His parents immigrated here when he was young, and he made the best of his life.
Yeah, I just remember when the whole Zack Snyder incident thing happened, and after that, I just reached out to Uche. I've been butting heads with him all the time, but I reached out to Uche and I just said, I think you handled that the best you could, and I'm sorry the way it turned out, and we had a nice little chat. He was a really good guy. Crazy.
He said something he shouldn't have said, but he came correct, like immediately afterwards, and apologized for it. And it was actually, talking about you guys in the chat, right? So, but he was charged up because that was supposed to be a charity event that got struck sideways by a simple mistake. Jeremy took a lot of the responsibility that I still to this day, it's good that he did. That's what leaders do, but he didn't deserve that much criticism for it because it was a mistake on somebody else's side. It was just an honest mistake. And then, some people wanted to take advantage of it because that's what people do. But they're on the other side of it. He was on the other side of it. He was doing stuff with his own channel. Like I said, like I agree with him or not. Like this is why our country is rad over here. Sorry to the New Zealander and the Brit, but like you can immigrate over here and he can be, reach the pinnacle, and pussies don't make it to the pinnacle in the NFL. They just don't. So he had a good career, and that's hopefully we can get back to where we can have our lively debates and then be friends when the debates are over.
Yeah, and
that's what we're trying to preserve here is we're having these debates, but one side has one side has been vilified beyond belief over others. And as somebody who's been anti-authority my entire life and probably will be, never goes out of style. It's like wearing black. That's the kind of thing that's where we achieve balance is after our debates, we compromise and we still talk. We need to get back to that. And Uche was part of that. Like he'd be totally hyperbolic. So have we have been too, but he'd still hang with Jeremy, still hang with Ryan. He disagrees with Ryan with probably absolutely everything, but they still hung. They still talked about stuff. They found commonality, and that's what we're striving for. So he will be missed. He will be missed.
That was my experience with Uche as well, because like we're politically like so different on Twitter, but several times I had very heated exchanges with him on Twitter, but he was always respectful and we always came to a place of common ground where we could, at least reach something that we could both take away from the conversation. And I always really appreciated that about him because there's so many people that don't have that quality to them and they just like basically just shut you down and be disrespectful, and he was never like that. So my heart really, really goes out to his entire family, the Geeks and Gamers crew, his friends, everyone. So it's just a tragic loss.
Yeah, Rob CD, you don't have to agree with his opinions. It doesn't take away the fact that he was a decent man.
Mhm.
This look, I bet you, Rob, you don't agree with everything your parents says, your husband, your wife says, your siblings say. I don't agree with Jeremy, and I have had slanging matches on Friday Night Tights. Gary and Jeremy have had slanging matches on Friday Night Tights. It's just the things that happen. We have differences of opinion, and differences of opinion is what makes us unique. I don't have to agree with them. I love Robert Meyer Burnett to pieces. Plenty I don't agree with Robert on. Plenty that we absolutely agree on as well. Because that's the nature of humanity. You show me somebody who agrees with everything another person says, and I'll show you somebody that doesn't have a mind of their own. So it doesn't matter that we disagree on certain fundamentals. It's the content of the person's character as well. We can remember that saying that we used to have. Let's agree to disagree.
Mm-hmm. I like that saying.
You know, we had Uche, Jeremy Renner got like severely injured. There was the football game last night.
Oh yeah, jeez.
Medicare did his last stream, and it was just
yeah. I
Oh,
saw
yeah, that
gut-wrenching
was
at
sad.
the end. That was gut wrenching.
So I don't know if you guys know more about it, but he's got something it's gonna get him this year. Is essentially what I've heard, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
He's been like holding on for a long time, as Mr. Medica.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
And then of course, as you said about Renner, his career is probably over in the sense that I've heard it's his sternum and his legs. They're like the big, and it says like osteoporosis. No, what's the word for bones? Just bones in general for medical. It's
osteopath.
Osteoporosis, I think.
That's brittle bones. Is osteoporosis.
That's
That's
women,
brittle,
though.
Yeah, no,
brittle
I didn't mean.
bone.
I just mean. I remember reading that it's a bones issue. Bones are severely damaged, which is.
Oh.
This is the thing. Like I think
Well, I
him
heard
as an
it's
action
chest
star is
now.
done.
I heard
Osteo.
the article I read today said it's massive chest injury.
Orthopedic. That's the one I was looking for. Sorry.
Yeah. So we don't know. I just hope he pulls through. Fuck. Just horrible.
Yeah, no, it's not like
Crazy day. Yeah, crazy.
absolutely not on the top of priorities. I'm just saying that this will absolutely have the effect that we're not going to be seeing him as a doing action anymore, which is a big shame. But at the same time, I just want to make sure he's alive and well. If they can get to that point, that'd be great.
Mhm.
Hopefully
but-
he can. Yeah. You know.
Yeah, sorry to hear it, and obviously we don't know the specifics, but man, if he actually like somehow accidentally ended in the front of his own snow plow and it went over him, that sounds like a fucking nightmare.
And then it was the NASCAR driver that was killed
Oh, Ken
when a
Block.
snow plow went over them yesterday as well.
There was another one. I didn't hear about that one.
Ken
There
Block.
was a NASCAR driver. He's
Oh,
only
he
50,
was a rally car driver.
rally car driver. Sorry, okay, the rally car.
Yeah,
Ooh,
he passed away too. Yeah.
I didn't hear about that.
Not a great way to start the year, but we're gonna talk about some fun stuff in a minute here. But we had to acknowledge Uche. It wouldn't be
Mhm.
right to not acknowledge Uche, and like our heart goes out to his family and everybody at Geeks and Gamers.
Yeah.
They were really tight, and Uche was on Mario Kart not too long ago. I remember seeing him. So yeah, and I guess he passed Friday. It happened Friday, and they just had to get the word
On
out.
the 30th of December, I think it was.
So
Crazy.
yeah, you never know when your number's coming up. So live life to the fullest.
I'm back on the energy drinks tomorrow. No, I'm not.
Why?
No,
No,
I'm joking.
don't
I'm
do that.
not. I'm not.
Okay.
don't make me come over there.
Oh,
Don't-
maybe he wants you to go over
If,
there.
if you do, I've got some light bulbs which need changing.
Okay, yeah. I change those freaking trans.
Look, it's like two of them have gone.
Trans
We put all new light bulbs in my thing there, and my brother went away, and then 2 days later, two of them just went.
Oh shit. Yeah.
No, but I can't post my daily no pop, no energy drinks, no alcohol.
Oh, I can do it for you.
Yeah, one of us can do it.
Oh,
for you.
okay.
You can use my Twitter. I don't care. Get my Twitter destroyed. I don't give a shit.
I'm trying to think there'll be messages there from
and I said,
years.
they got him. And I'm like, well, good thing he's a YouTuber.
I
This
know.
doesn't fucking affect him at all in any way,
Yeah,
shape, or form.
They got me on the platform where I shit talk.
Threaten me with more time to do YouTube.
Which is good because today I opened up my third account, which is HVB Gaming. So what's going to happen is when it gets all branded up, and that's going to happen very soon. When it gets all branded up, when I do my gaming streams, Sunday Fun Day, stuff like that, when they're over, going to private the video, download it, going to shift it over to those channels. So, and then at the Hot Toys channel already, when I do the Hot Toys stream with George, love you, George.
George!
They get privated afterwards, and then they get put on the Hot Toys channel so that this channel can focus on real BBC streams and videos.
It's a good plan.
And hopefully repair some of my goddamn algorithm, which is...
Oh, I love watching you play The Witcher, though. That's great. So fun.
Giggity. That's what she said.
Hey.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice.
He's got toys.
What's his name again?
Oh,
Cronin.
David.
Isn't it Carl Rupert Cronin?
Cronin, yes.
Ooh.
And he is a Yahtzee. And this is the Yahtzee uniform, which is hard to get. But like, I've
Well,
got-
I remember at the beginning of that movie, he looks badass as hell, and they have that part where they all shoot him, and then he just he's cranking back up because he's so robotic, and then just kills them all with his little blades. So.
yeah, here's his final form right there.
Ooh.
Save it. It was these have been in a box for almost 2 decades. I got them.
Like since the movie came out?
Well, it came out in 2004. So yeah, in 2005 I got them, and I threw them in a box and completely forgot about them. This is the first time I've taken it out since the comic my second year of the comic store.
Ooh, what's that?
Iron Man. But what Iron Man?
What
Iron
kind
Man,
of-
Man.
Tony Stark.
By the way, thanks again.
This is Mechanic Tony Stark. This is Tony Stark, Iron Man 1, with the prototype gauntlets and some of his equipment. Around here, I'll take the
Open it.
I'll take the lid off. Doing this on blooming Hot Toys.
Ooh.
So it's Tony Stark with the prototype stuff, and it's got that mechanical arm thing.
Cool.
So that's pretty cool. Boys and their toys.
Oh yeah, I pulled out my Ghostbuster. I showed you the picture. They're put away now.
Oh,
As I showed you the picture of my Ghostbusters.
I know it looks so
that.
good.
Oh.
I just knocked something on the floor.
Oh, whoops! I ripped up the Doctor Who logo that I fucking hate.
Oh, the female. Oh my god, she's a woman. Oh my god. But
That's
I
such a
do actually agree with Dan Slott on one thing. It is probably comic book accurate because that's dog shit now as well.
Well, okay. He's like, I read you know what? I did too, motherfucker. And I read all of yours too, which Dan Slott is the most mediocre comic book writer of all time who keeps getting
Mr. Mid.
and those comics never sold well. They were reasonably popular. And I'm talking at my comic store in a major metropolitan area, 8 subscribers. 8 subscribers.
What?
Subscribers. Now they would sell pretty well off the shelf because of the covers, the Mayhew covers. Period. End of story. Nobody talked about the story. Nobody remembers the story. Nobody gave a shit. It got canceled. So for people like some people thought it was really good. Most people thought it's all right, and it didn't sell. It's really a mid seller. It was just a mid seller. And like She-Hulk's always had brilliant potential. And honestly, I think her best stuff is in Fantastic Four. That's just me. But got some
What you got there, Gary? A Dalek? Ooh,
Dalek.
Daleks.
Oh shit! I need to send an email to Big Chief Studios.
I already did.
Where is my shit?
Yeah,
There's
I'm
another
Where
company.
are my dragons?
There's another company. I'm going to say the name of the company yet, but there's another company that I purchased, pre-ordered, 18 months ago. Starscream Masterpiece, and it's been out. It's been out a long time now. Never got mine. I messaged them. They messaged me back. We'll look into it. We'll get back to you within 7 days. Thank you. Never heard back from them again. Messaged them again. Never replied to that message. So I sent one today. And I'm being deadly serious. And I sent one today saying, I've tried to contact you. You've refused to contact me back. You can either send me the item or refund me. But if I don't hear back from you in 7 days, I'm going to start county court proceedings against you, which I will do.
Well, yeah.
If they get a CCJ against them, that company's credit is going to for 6 years.
Well, yeah. Big Chief Studios. I ordered something in January of 2020 from them and haven't gotten it. And I want to get all this stuff. But what pisses me off is they produced those. I forgot what's the name of the company, but the 10th Doctor, the 9th Doctor, Capaldi, and the 4th Doctor. Remember, they reproduced those for that other company, like
For Zavi,
and they came out with those plenty fast. And we've been waiting for those the line on the Master, Captain Jack, the Dalek run, the 6th Doctor, like all these pre-orders have. So I just told him, I said, I need timelines on everything or I cancel my order in 48 hours. And this is shit I've been sitting on for 3 years. So I've been pretty patient. I don't think we're getting them. I think we're filing for bankruptcy. These things never happened. Their quality has gone down. So they've used a new manufacturer. This is Big Chief. I'm talking about Big Chief Studios.
Well,
like way down for Doctor Who. So
in 2020,
arms fucking fall off now for no, it's just.
Oh yeah. In 2020, Gary, a couple of months after we'd started, streaming together and whatnot, and I said, I'll get you the K9 for your birthday.
Yeah.
So I pre-ordered like 6 months before Gary's birthday, the K9 in 2020. Where is it? Don't know. My Captain Scarlet, my Captain Black, where are they? Don't know. My 3 Daleks, the Dalek range, 1 in 6 Dalek range, where are they? Don't know. I think there's another thing as well. So it's just like, and they're paid up. They're paid. They're not deposited. They're paid.
Fully paid. And I'm like, if it takes a year and a half, okay, no problem. 3 years. Nah, now we're into a problem. Now, and like no updates, no communication, nothing. They'll tell us ships.
I'll bring up the last one that I had from them.
That's terrible business ethics. Like, it's like, what are you doing?
The last thing I had from Third
Okay,
Doctor,
here we go.
Third Doctor, which was a year ago.
Big Chief.
I mean, the stuff's cool. Don't get me wrong. That's it right there. First Doctor, 4th Doctor, 10th Doctor, Rose, 9th Doctor.
So cool.
Yeah.
I want a TARDIS.
Dr. Brannigan, that's a
You need a retard.
You make me think about Hellboy as well, Gary. And
Did
anybody catch the new one?
The new movie was terrible.
I watched some of it and then I had to turn it off because I was like, this is fucking awful.
Which sucks because the first 2 they did, kind of lucky we got those, huh?
They're fantastic movies. They're absolutely, utterly fantastic movies. Guillermo del Toro at his best, it's one of the best comics ever written. It's a fantasy novel with paranormal shit put into a comic book, and you can read BPRD and Hellboy, and it's just good shit.
Hey Gary, I just got a message from Amazon. The other pad I ordered you will be with you on Monday.
Oh, thanks. I gotta still put together the thing. I've been very busy on my ass watching TV, so.
Del Toro likes his Lovecraft as well, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. He is and there's lots of Lovecraftian things in both Hellboy and in his movie. The second one is very much a is very much his movie. The first one is more like the comic books. So
Never made a third one, huh?
They were gonna make a third one and they didn't. But Mike Mignola's fucking awesome. Good guy. I have an original page from
Right.
him.
Gary,
Yeah.
the last time I heard from Big Chief Studios was June 2022.
Yep.
Dear customer, it's been a while since our last production email, and we know that you guys are well overdue an update. Well, now we're 6 months overdue another update, but okay.
Yep.
We have heard you, and you're not being ignored, we promise you.
Okay.
6 months ago.
Oh, there you
So
go.
why are the products taking so long? When can we expect the next pre-ordered items? What will the next pre-ordered figures be, and what date will the pre-order commence? Well, let's just get our shit first. So, why are products taking so long? As I feel sure many of you know, manufacturing across numerous industries is still much suffering from the effects of the global pandemic. The multitude of knock-on problems have ranged from supply chain constraints, governmental restrictions on energy use, labor issues, increases in material costs, vastly increased freight charges, and ongoing lockdowns in China. More excuses, I hear you cry. Fact is, the effects of COOF are still very much a reality for most companies, including tech giants, who are unable to secure sufficient chipsets for their computers. Got a brand new computer. Did you know that? 4090 as well. Brand new on the market.
I think I'll get one too.
Just yeah. Smart devices and games consoles. Even the car industry is struggling to sell new cars because it's not worth it. The Chinese government's zero COOF policy is, according to the World Health Organization, not sustainable and is creating more problems than solving them. It's funny because Sideshow was shipping.
Just fine. Yep.
I've gotten all my stuff.
For many, this is difficult to accept, given that here in the UK, we are largely through the worst effects of the virus and life has all but returned to normal. So it is understandable that people will question the validity of apportioning blame, but the simple truth is that is there for anyone who watches the news. Throughout the latter half of 2021, when our vendors should have been completing our James Bond, Dr. No, and Flash Gordon figures, the factory was reduced to operating to only 2 working days a week due to restricted access to energy. This resulted in extending the production lead times even further, eventually completing the goods just prior to Chinese New Year of this year. Our figures are manufactured at a factory that also produces figures for several other 6-scale companies, including industry leaders Hot Toys, who are delivering. Any delay will result in a knock-on effect not only to Big Chiefs, but also other companies' production schedules. It stands to reason those losses suffered by vendors need to be covered as quickly as possible, meaning the factory's priorities larger production runs over smaller volume orders. Niche brands such as our licenses invariably suffer. Coupled with yet more delays due to local lockdowns, only last month our factory was forced to close their doors for a week due to an outbreak of COOF in the local area.
Why is Doctor Who a niche brand now? I wonder
Well,
what other effects there could have been on the brand of Doctor Who. Could it have been? I'm just putting it out there. Call me crazy. The first female doctor played by Jodie Whittaker.
You're such a conspiracy theorist, Gary. God.
Could that have affected the brand too, along with the real world effects?
now this will be interesting for you because when can you expect the next pre-ordered items? We know how eager you are to receive your collectibles. I promise you, no one is keener to deliver their products than the Big Chief team. We are not happy about increased delays and having to go into detail about the issues we face. Our vendors are currently working on the following figures. Peaky Blinders, Tommy Shelby. Peaky Blinders, Arthur Shelby. Laurel and Hardy stand. Doctor Who, 4th Doctor Definitive Series, Space 1999 Commander, Tom Koenig.
So the 4th Doctor Definitive Series is the one I ordered in January of 2020.
Wow. And that was 6 months. That was June. So it's been over 6 months, just over 6 months since that email. Nothing since. Radio silence since.
Yeah. No, and the 4th Doctor one's like, it's like $250, right? So I've been sitting on my $250 for 3 years. I've been patient, really patient.
That would annoy the shit out of me.
Oh, I'm not patient anymore. I'm just going to get a refund on all that stuff. And if it comes out, whatever. I'm kind of over it.
I just don't care anymore.
I don't have fucking room.
But I really wanted those captains. I wanted that Captain Scarlet and Captain Black big time.
Yeah. Well, I really wanted the Delgado Master, the Roger Delgado Master. That's the one I wanted the most.
Oh, that wasn't a response, by the way, Babbling Bobby. That was just a general email to all customers.
All of us, yeah. That's the last time we heard from him. So, oh well. I mean, like, I understand that, but like, there's a point where you just go, maybe we should find another factory. I mean, like, this is the dependence on China. Like, we just stop. Plastic is petroleum based. So there's all kinds of, like, you do realize like why Star Wars figures became a thing. You know the whole history behind that, because they used to make Amigos and they used to make big GI Joes, and why figures shrank? The oil shortage, the manufactured oil shortage in the 70s. Yes, we have engineered not climate. Well, we've engineered that economic crises in the past. The 70s was completely engineered, and and it's like we're living through it again. It's all we have kind of our own version of Carter, except more retarded,
dumber,
and poops
much dumber.
Yeah,
I mean, did the 70s and 80s really happen though? I don't know. I've
that's
never
all
really
part of the
trusted
Matrix, bro.
You're
You're all living in my Matrix, okay?
Neat. So, Doctor Who, or
Yeah, Doctor Who.
We get
we kind of were talking Doctor Who
figures. So there's a
Yeah.
Captain Jack one I'd like to have too.
That's not being done, Gary.
Oh, I don't think it will be done. I think they'll straight up cancel that one because he's been. They've tried to cancel him. The gay man known as John Barrowman, who like people used to like be looser, have fun. Was there inappropriate shit happening all the time on the sets? There's a famous clip of The Hobbit where Talia is talking to Keely, and upstairs in the green screen you see Legolas, and he's got a little party hat on because it was just an outtake, and he just looks down and he goes, "Slut."
I haven't seen
Put
that.
it in a couple of my videos. It's fucking fantastic. That would be considered inappropriate behavior now, and that's people having fun at work.
Remember when John Barrowman?
The equivalent what he did for fun, Gary. I think if he did that to you on set, you'd probably be like, "Fuck off," which would be fine. You could do that.
I would laugh my ass off if somebody called me a slut.
No, not that. Not that.
Oh.
Oh, Gary, you're such a slut. Remember
they do
when John
describe-
Barrowman would wear like the TARDIS dress at the cons? He would like wear he would wear the actual dress.
Very serious questions.
You guys don't remember that? Oh, that. Yeah, I have that in my clips too.
Were actually pretty invested in the idea of Natasha with actually either or both of you guys, and now obviously she's with Bruce. What do you guys think of that?
Can't hear it.
She's a slut. I was gonna say something along that line. Complete whore. What a trick, man.
Get well soon, Jeremy Renner.
Well, buddy.
please.
Oh,
Yeah. So yeah, if he said that today, well, I think they've already been having a go at him for saying.
he's already canceled.
I called She-Hulk a slut my last video that you didn't watch. So I think she's a slut who drinks herself to sleep every night.
She's not a slut, Gary. She's a whore.
Oh.
Dude, she's the most damned character in all of fiction. She had complete control of the universe, and all she did was make it work better for her.
Yep.
Without no, she did a gastric bypass. She solved the physical side, but she hasn't done anything about the mental.
What do you mean she solved the physical side?
Because when I say she solved the physical side, she brought the boyfriend to her.
Oh, like Daredevil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
She also like fucked a whole bunch of people over. Remember when she had a choice?
yeah,
to
yeah,
do
but that's just
anything?
it. She didn't take responsibility for a single solitary thing.
No.
That's what I
Why
mean,
would
it's like one of the
she?
most damning things ever because she could only think about herself. That was it.
Why would you take responsibility for anything though? She's the bestest ever, and everyone else is wrong as God. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Dan Slott told me that.
We hit 1 million on the video.
Yeah.
Woo! Yay!
I'll get around to it.
1,000,001. Thanks, everybody.
Well deserved.
Doctor
At least this
Who.
one is on your
Talk
regular
about-
background. Well, although
Yes,
you
it
don't
is.
really
It's,
have it.
well, no, I'm not. I don't.
You're not
appear
in it.
I'm not in it at all.
You're not in it. Actually,
'Cause
never mind.
well, that's by on purpose. That's that we do that one on the top 5s and those types of videos. I won't be appearing. I'll be
Yeah.
appearing in all the others.
Mm.
Drinker made a great video on how to make YouTube videos. I would say listen to every single word of it.
Ooh.
It's really like great advice.
I definitely need some help.
Well, I mean, make it.
I do. My
Okay.
algorithm's fucked right now.
You made a good video on Dan Slott today because I watched it. It's doing pretty well. I thought it was doing well for
I
a
don't
guy
know.
who's live streamed 75 times in the last 20 days and for hours on end.
Hold on.
Hey, you know what? Keep trying, kiddo. You'll play Witcher as good as I do.
If Witcher Blood Origin didn't come around, I think December could have ended in negative subscribers.
Witcher Blood Origin was a beautiful gift.
But it went,
from the
yeah.
YouTube gods. It really was.
Oh my god.
Hey,
Boobs.
Doctor Who, The End of Time, Part 1 and 2.
False advertising. There was time after this. Time kept going. So
Mm.
yeah,
A little disappointed.
organizing a
end of
lawsuit for
Tennant's
that.
time.
But, you know, that's not what it
It was-
said. As it said, the end of time.
Yeah.
I'm getting my lawsuit
It-
sorted. I'm gonna get all the monies, and then I'm gonna make
my
Doctor
God.
Who great again with that.
Oh
money.
my god. You're gonna buy the rights off of the BBC.
Yeah, they're going for like £2 now.
Yeah.
It's
And
cheaper than the CW.
£2.50 in a packet of Allbrand.
when you watch it from beginning, and it is so like thematically, character arc, story wise, even with the subpar episodes, it's tight. It is fucking unbelievable. His arc, it is so good. Gridlock, not everybody's favorite episode. It's fine. I like Gridlock.
It's
I
the
like
traffic one.
it's the only ones I don't like are Fear Her and I'm blanking.
Oh,
the
Fear Her
other
was
one.
terrible. Yeah.
They're right after each other. They're like and the one with the absorbing monster. What's that one?
Absorbable. Oh,
There's Orbaloff.
I love and monsters.
Love and
right?
Monsters, yeah.
That
They're
episode
like-
was so bad.
Don't like either of those two, but like Gridlock, I'll watch. I mean, because it's got something really important at the end. It's got the face of Bo. The last message to the Time Lord. He tells him you're not alone. Novus Haim gets redeemed. There's like some good stuff in it,
PJ, that's who I am. I'm not going to pretend to be anyone else. I call myself Marmite.
It's literally his name is Heel versus Babyface.
Yeah,
That's-
good
that's
guy,
the
bad
thing,
guy.
is like Az is absolutely himself. This is the Az you get behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, in the bathroom, wherever you like. This is Zaz.
Yeah,
So-
he kicks me everywhere, you guys.
That's part of YouTube.
true.
This is true.
And the one thing, like the old guard, like from Collider, could never get or never do. They could never, ever, ever do, and that's be authentic and honest. That's your secret sauce.
Gridlock's terrible.
Yes. Also, I don't think it's. I think it's mid. I don't think it's terrible. I like
Okay,
it.
the thing that I
Okay.
right with Gridlock, the thing that I just drove me insane about Gridlock was when they go, we've been queuing here for 3 years and we've moved 10 yards. Get out your fucking car.
Yeah, get walking.
Get
Yeah.
out your fucking
Floating
car.
boxes that are trapped on the freeway, and
Have they got 3 years worth of food in the car?
Well,
maybe they plan for the trip.
and maybe they have little sci-fi devices that convert your poo into food.
Why don't they just carry the car
Ew.
to the city limits and fucking fly off then?
Because it was quarantine, remember?
Yeah, as
They-
God,
they
listen.
got all hooked on the drugs, and the Bliss drug had
Bliss.
a virus in it. Happy.
Coca-Cola.
It's not the one that made the most sense in the world. I'm not saying it was, but it has elements, even like and David Tennant's performance carries everything.
I mean,
And Martha,
the worst one is by
Martha
far
is
Fear Her.
just-
Fear Her is the worst episode.
I can't
out-
literally every time that episode is mentioned, I picture him running with the flame on TV,
Oh.
and I'm like, what was that? Why did you do that?
I just remember the girl talking like this. Oh, is that scary? What?
whatever. Martha was hot.
Mhm.
I love season 3.
Is Martha your favorite companion?
Yep.
What
She
about
is-
you guys?
She's the hottest one. And they're all, everybody
Jenna
likes
Coleman
Donna.
is
Donna's a good one.
hot.
Oh wait, are we rating hotness or like the character?
I was
Well,
I was
hotness,
thinking
'cause she's not the
character
best
and then
character.
and as went hotness, so whatever.
I
What's the
might
scale?
agree with
Wait,
Gary.
there's a difference. No, sorry.
I would take Perry if I had any companion based on hotness, it would be Perry.
Yes, Perry is like we're talking classic era. 10 out of 10. Perry, come on. But Martha for the new era,
Mm,
yeah, I like her arc. She was, pining for the doctor and
Yeah.
she was getting over Rose.
Oh, you do get Karen Gillan though. Ooh.
Karen Gillan's hot too. Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Doesn't do much for me.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, yeah, the skinny, leggy ones don't like. I like Martha. Is hot.
A bit
Martha was
thick.
hot. See, I
Thick in
like
the right
Rose.
places.
Little thick in the right places, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I like Rose because I'm into the blondes, but then I like the redhead. She's great.
Karen Gillan's hot. But
Yeah,
there's,
she's
like,
hot.
But
no
all right.
doubt.
In terms of character though, which one?
Sarah Jane.
Okay. Oh wait, are we doing
Modern
all
era.
eras?
We'll do
Let's,
modern.
Okay,
let's do
okay.
modern.
I think it's really close between Donna and Amy Pond.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm
Amy
probably
Pond.
gonna go with Donna. I think she was actually kind of perfect for the arc he was going on, right? Like that's kind of what they were doing with her.
Yeah, see,
I
I
think,
couldn't stand
uh,
her.
Billy.
Hard-
Bill.
Because she was a lesbian.
'Cause I don't even aware of this, but she was gay.
I love how somebody said, like, she never said she was a lesbian that much. No, but she referred to herself being gay like 2 times an episode.
Yes.
It's like, we got it.
Are we allowed to? Are we allowed to include Michelle Gomez?
That's not a companion. That's the
Well,
man.
she was at the
Yeah.
end.
That's cheating.
It's cheating.
Hmm.
Get him out of
I'm.
here.
God.
There you go. That's good. All right.
Wow.
Uh,
See, now that's fairness.
Because we'd be
Capaldi-
like, we'd be talking about best villains or antagonists. That's what that would be.
Yeah, she would be good, but there's not much in Capaldi's era that holds up against anything else because the writing just was subpar.
I think the best companion is Donna Noble. The modern era.
Donna was good. Donna was like your English girl, your English woman,
Oh,
your typical.
I just loved it when he went, I just want a mate.
Hey,
You're like,
Yeah.
with me,
You
sunshine.
guys talk about Dr. Who for a minute. I got to go say goodbye to my brother-in-law. Okay.
Okay.
problem.
Be back.
See you later, JT.
She, because I think a lot of people go for the obvious. Like she's pretty obnoxious and annoying for a lot of time. I understand that completely. But the parts that really bound me to her and their relationship was just when things got really serious.
Midnight.
Like, well, she's not in Midnight except for a couple seconds.
Yeah, but that's just it. But that's great though, because she tries to crack a joke and he's just like, just don't.
Yeah.
And it was really powerful. That was really powerful. Just don't.
Yeah, Muller, I agree because I couldn't stand her. And then as her character developed, I was like, man, this is a really good character until the end when she forgot. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna miss Donna. Like it was like one of those things where like I didn't like her at all. And then I ended up really liking her.
Yeah, the Runaway Bride, she's tough. I think she's pretty tough to like in Runaway Bride.
Yeah. No, because I definitely started the same way. I didn't really like her. Found her annoying. But then when I saw what they were up to with what story they're going to be telling, I was like, ooh. And yeah, like her, she was so clearly they weren't doing a love interest thing, so we didn't have to waste time with thinking about it. We were just looking at them as friends, which is kind of neat.
Yeah, because every time romance was mentioned between her and Doctor, be like, it's too skinny.
Yeah.
He's like a big stringy piece of snot.
I like River's song too. River's song was fun.
Hello, sweetie.
Hello, sweetie.
Enough for mum with the $50 says, I'm not one to defend Jimmy Carter. When somebody starts with that, here we go. He only soiled himself once in office. That was when a rabbit got too close to him and he screamed like a girl. Yes, that happened. Our current president does that every time he exhales. Thank you, not mum. $50 soup.
You can knock it, but some people say it's more efficient to live in a way that poop just comes right out. There it goes. No need to store
I like pooping coming right out, but I prefer to do it in a toilet.
What if you have a portable toilet attached?
Then I'm the president of the United States.
Pretty neat, huh? I would say it's a superpower. Some people think it's, terrible. I guess that's just a POV thing. Walking around with a toilet attached to you, I think it's pretty stylish. I don't know.
So which was the episode that really turned it round for you with Donna? Left Turn? But just just made you think, God damn it, she's good.
There was a bunch trickled out. I started out just really disliking her, but by the end I was like, okay, she's really good and I'm gonna miss her. But she's never my favorite though, it wasn't like, oh, I love her so much, but I was so sad to see Rose go. I was like, I don't want her to go.
Wilfred Mott.
Great.
Oh, dude.
That was a good one.
That was one of the bigger things I think I mentioned it the last stream we did, but just the scene where they're both in that cafe, and I was just like, man, I don't even know who the best actor is. I'm not sure.
They were doing an acting thing, weren't they?
Well, there was a lot of ad-libbing in there. You could tell that it was just why they're both masters at their craft.
Bernard Cribbins was, Tennant's a great actor. We see that. And to see Bernard Cribbins vibing at 80-something years, it's about 80 years old at the time, with David Tennant, who's at the peak of his Doctor powers. And as an actor, not as an actor, he knows his character inside out now and all this kind of stuff. And that cafe scene is just like, Bernard Cribbins is so fucking good. He's just he's there. He's on the same level. And he knows exactly how Wilf's meant to be. You could really see in his actor mind at the time how he's constructed Wilfred Mott and how consistent Wilfred is throughout all of his, even when he was in little cameos in the other Christmas specials before we knew who this guy was going to be. And it's just fantastic. It's just got to the point where he runs off with the Doctor when he's running away. And the Doctor's like, you can't come in here. He's like, we're not leaving me with her. And the Doctor's like, you're right there.
No, and I
That
love
was
it. He's
great.
all like, "Oh, yeah, I know, bigger on the inside." He's all, I thought it'd be a bit cleaner.
Yeah. And the doctor gets all offended.
Cleaner.
Cleaner.
So good. And they have a great scene later on in part 2 where they're sitting on the ship, on the Imbachi
Yeah.
ship.
Mm,
And he's trying to
Mhm.
hand him the gun.
with a gun.
Yeah, right before the White Point Star, which is like musically one of the best moments. It like Murray Gold is just on his game. These 2 episodes. The soundtrack. There is you can get the soundtrack on CD. It's for all the specials, but the one for the End of Time is just like some of his best work. He, freaking Murray Gold. They gotta bring him back. There's no way they can't bring him back, unless he,
Well,
I
who's the first Doctor?
love
Who's
that.
the first Doctor?
Who's the first Doctor, and does the Timeless Children exist? Those are 2 of the most important questions any Doctor Who fan should be asking, because if those are still around, then it's a moot point.
I love that scene when they're on the spaceship and like when they just get to the spaceship and he goes Wolfhard goes we're in space, and he's just like in shock, and he's like looking at outside the window, and he's just kind of standing there, and I was like, that's so natural, like, because that's what I would be like I would be like, I wanted to see the earth from above like all my life. So it's like, can you imagine like being in that position? And I thought that scene was just so perfect just on its own.
And he has to drag him away.
Yeah, that he has to drag him away.
And he's like, what was that? Space? Like,
That would be me.
oh, come on. He's like really gentle with them and stuff. And yeah,
I
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, but man, when he's doing the whole thing with the gun, and the Doctor says, you served, you
Mhm.
never killed a man,
I'm
and
so
Wolf's
proud
just
of you.
like, don't say that, like I didn't
There's
do my,
shame to it.
yeah,
It's a
like
bad
the
thing.
shame to, yeah, and I
Yeah.
thought, what, that was like, that is some great writing there.
That was good writing.
That is really fucking good.
well, and they wrote somebody who was at, I believe, the end of the partition of India, right? Is that what they were talking about? He served in Pakistan or India. The end of something back in 48. And it was just chaos, but they didn't vilify him like they would today.
Mm-hmm.
Colonizer.
Fucking colonizers.
Well, I mean, oh god, I mean, because Bernard Cribbins is going to be in this upcoming.
Yeah.
I really hope that he's treated with the respect he deserves.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, everything's riding on this, right? Like in a lot of ways.
Yep.
A lot of different choices that they have a chance to make.
We said it at right after we saw the Timeless Children. We're like, they done fucked up. This is a massive, massive fuck up on monumental proportions. I mean, you just took away everything that is the Doctor that you identify as a Doctor Who fan. He is from Gallifrey. He is Gallifreyan.
He's a Time Lord. Yeah, it's Gallifreyan who
Doctor's
became
no
a Time.
longer Gallifreyan. Like how? What the fuck? And then like ripping that away from William Hartnell is disgusting. It was absolutely just a disgusting piece of vandalization, and just it didn't need to be done.
And Verity Lambert.
Yeah.
Wait,
She was such a stalwart in getting that show set up, and it's an absolute dump on her legacy as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because
if he's not Gallifreyan, what is he exactly? What?
Well, they haven't even told you that yet, right? They haven't even told you more of what. Is that supposed to be a mystery that Chibnall is like, some other writer will fill that in one day and it'll be great?
Yep.
Oh my god.
This is the thing. Honestly, if I was the writer, I'd just be like, it was all a lie. Obviously, that's the
It was
easy
a dream.
fix.
Dream
No,
sequence.
I think you guys have said it before. Is the Master did it? That was your obvious fix.
there's
almost stuff to support that the Master did it.
Yep.
Yeah, but you turn Dr. Joe. Is it Dr. Joe?
Don't even know.
The female doctor.
No, yeah, I know what you mean. I just don't know her name.
You turn her. She's not the doctor. She's the Master.
Dr. Karen. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
I would. Yes,
That's what you do with her.
And that can actually, you can start maybe writing something that'll be even maybe halfway decent out of that.
Yeah, because
obviously
she's
loads
a
of repairs
decent
there.
actor.
But this shit, I mean, we've talked about before, but it just reminds you of like, Doctor Who's not the only one, is it? Like when they retconned Predators into hunting for autism, it's like, what are you doing? They're lucky Predator doesn't have as much of a passionate audience as a lot of the franchises they annihilate. But like, could you imagine if Predator was as popular as the most popular things, and they just change it from hunting for sport and to show they're the greatest, most powerful species into we want to take autism juice from your spine?
Ew.
It's like, what are you? Why would you do that? And then you know, like stuff like Palpatine never got killed in Return of the Jedi. Okay, nah, that never actually happened. It's like, oh, thanks.
Somehow Palpatine has returned.
Dude, that's not as good as the dead are speaking. What the hell were they thinking?
When you said, sorry, Moloch, I was gargling.
People are saying you're a rabbit in the chat.
It's good for the bacteria on the back of the throat when you're ill.
Is having a stroke. Yes.
Yes, I was just frothing at the mouth. When you said,
I thought you were gonna,
He's got rabies.
suddenly when it happened, I'm like, oh shit, nah.
not now, not now, for fuck's sake. At least do it off stream. When you said, Predator, thank God Predator's not big like some other franchises like Star Trek or Star Wars.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like well, look at Terminator, right? They did more damage to Terminator than most, but again, the franchise doesn't have as big of an audience, so it doesn't get as much coverage. But how could you do more damage to Terminator? They've done all of it. They've done like several different directions.
If Halo was more popular, it would that people would be. I mean, plenty were freaking out. Okay, but I mean, it's just not. The Witcher, pretty popular.
Yeah,
they just did the same thing. Like they never, ever, ever learn. And now, what we're seeing now is what we needed to see 2-3 years ago, folks. Is massive failures. This costing them.
Yeah.
Money.
That kind of fucking ego, though, Gary, to come and be like, what is it, Halo? Well, what if it was this, though? Let's make it this. I like this.
You know what they need
to
do?
doing?
Master Chief's ass. They need
yeah. Gary, I love that part of it on your video.
But it's when your showrunner says, "Oh, we didn't watch any of the, and we didn't play any of the games. We didn't read any of the source material. We wanted to tell our own story. You're dead. It's dead." And then the first episode, helmet off, dead.
So I'm like, I went over a fraction of the Witcher 3 in our 3-hour live stream.
Witcher 3.
Winter? I like that.
Did I say Witcher? I went over a fraction of it, but I'm hooked. Like, I can't wait to play again.
Yay!
Sweet. I'm hooked. So like
I'm also watching you try and find a door, so that's great.
Hey, there's going to be lots of doors for me to fumble my way through. And
one of my favorite bits was Gary was looking at the evidence and just needed to press X.
Yeah, and then the horse.
Somehow he managed to call his horse, mount his horse, and turn it 180 degrees away from the evidence and walk.
And walk the other way.
Wow.
How do you do that?
I couldn't replicate it if I tried.
It takes skill, all right?
It was so funny.
There was a moment in today's stream that I was doing that I couldn't find a door.
No, you could.
And all the Gary jokes just started. Gary's rubbing off on you as I was like, I'm panicking to find this door.
That's so funny.
Fuck.
I'm so amazed that you didn't die the first time you went in the water.
You sent me this. Thank you.
Yay!
So now when it says A,
it's gonna be A.
No, it'll be A, and not X.
Hey.
You confuse my drug-addled brain.
Oh my
Have
god!
you-
The next time
sorry.
is gonna be amazing.
You're not so boomery, Gary, that you can use 2 analog sticks at once, right?
Yeah, I mean, I might
because that was one of the things I didn't realize when I played like a shit ton of games as I was younger, and then when I got my dad to play some, like when I explained the base controls, I would see the screen and he would only move to look or move in general. They would never at the same time. And I was like, oh shit, yeah, you could do them both.
It took me like an hour to figure out I could do both, and it wasn't really that well.
You spin me right around, Gary, right around.
You started spinning
round.
I know made it much more entertaining for the audience, but it was like making I was damn it. Like just because right when I'd start getting on a roll and figure something out, the fucking controller started spinning. I'm like, God damn it.
before we go live on Thursday,
Yep.
I need your GPU details, and I need to make sure that you've got your drivers up to date.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So
That's your
You know-
homework, Gary.
keeping things on track, right? And I
Yes,
don't mean this stream. I mean when you're writing for any IP, it grants you payoffs where you otherwise may not be able to get them. For example, keeping the Doctor in character to the point of not killing and not using a gun. That's what can make a scene where they mention the Time Lords coming back and he immediately grabs the gun. That much more powerful.
Yes.
'Cause you're like, oh shit, he must be like panic. That gives us panic when he picks up a gun because we know what that means to the Doctor. So you gotta be careful because doesn't she like the Whittaker Doctor? They fuck up her like the general Doctor position on killing and guns and everything throughout. My favorite one being with the Amazon thing where she blows up all of the packages and there's that guy. She essentially says like run away from them or you'll blow up, and then he just says no or something. I didn't see the episode. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, and she
I
just
didn't
lets him
see
die.
that.
She just lets. I mean,
Yeah.
like the other doctors make a concerted effort, even with villains, with people who were just trying to kill them, to save them. This one was just like, okay, bye. I'm socially awkward.
But yeah, she programmed them to blow up and she didn't even need to, right?
No.
You just have to see the universe. You don't have to conquer
Yeah.
it. How many times does the Doctor try to save the Master over and over and over again?
To the point where he deeply regrets it. Deeply.
But then you get Missy and you get Capaldi, and she's like, "Oh, this is just, I'm just pulling you on, aren't I? I'm just waiting for a chance to strike." And he's just like, "You see, that's the problem with hope. It's just so tempting." It's like, oh,
Well, that's what they explored with Matt Smith at the beginning of season 7, right? So he would drop Amy and Rory off and go off for long periods of time without them.
yes,
To the point
Thousands
where
of years.
Amy's like, you've been alone too long. You need to reel it back in, buddy. You know,
I'd love a series with the Doctor and the Master in the TARDIS together. I think there could be some really interesting storytelling there.
Yep.
And Michelle Gomez, I think, was perfect. She was fantastic.
Because she's like legit crazy. You can tell that's she's an actor.
She's a woman.
Yeah, but I thought you guys were sexist and you hated women actresses that are coming
no,
into
no,
this
no.
field.
I'm sexy and I hate women actresses.
Oh, okay. All right.
I am sexism.
I am the sexism. Randy? I am the sexism, Randy.
Bum, bum, bum.
I love it.
John Dunsworth. Mwah.
Rest in
R.I.P.
peace. Good
Oh,
No.
so I love the buildup in End of Time Part 1, where you're hearing Timothy Dalton's voice, and you're like, who is this guy?
Mm.
Who is this guy?
Oh.
Then they
Who
finally
is this guy?
throw him
Why
a
isn't
little
he in
bit.
more stuff?
Yeah.
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 How does he look so good for 64 or whatever, 60, whatever, 62 or something crazy? No, 64. Yeah, 64 he was. What?
When I'm 60.
What?
For Gallifrey.
For victory.
The spit's coming out.
Yeah, the
victory.
That
That's
was
a proper
such
thespian for you.
moistly speaking going on right there. God.
That's a thesp. That's a thesp. You could tell that he's been treading the board for years. It's great. Just see all that spittle just coming out of his mouth. Remember in Blackadder, when they're doing about the spittle with the actors with the spit on stage.
Yeah.
It's great.
No.
But you get so much more about the Time War in this too. You find out like, what the final sanction was and why the Doctor wanted to kill everybody.
You
how
okay? Ash?
desperate they got at the end.
like how crazy it got, and you understand.
They were as
understand.
desperate as wants oxygen.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
He's okay.
Bam, bam, bam. Do you like every time he switched targets with his gun, the doctor, it went like
Yep.
Yeah, that was cool.
It's like, why is he doing that? But it's okay because British don't know shit about guns. So
Wait, guns are real?
yeah,
I
every
thought
time
they were
you,
little toys.
every
That they
time
made
you
up in
point
movies.
them at somebody, they automatically click.
To be
that
fair,
was-
that happens in like old movies.
There's people are saying rest in peace as in the chat.
Aw.
Brits use spoons.
You know what?
That's
They're
not right.
effective.
Yeah.
Remember the Spoonheads episode, Gary? Don't be underrating spoons, all right? You can infect a whole populace.
Paul,
I'm gonna fork.
That was the Capaldi episode? I thought it was a Matt Smith one. The
what, the
Spoonheads.
Spoonheads? No, I was talking about Capaldi fighting the sword fight in the Robin Hood one with the spoon. Spoon, right? Or fork? Spoon. It's a spoon because his figure comes with the spoon. But
Well,
not
I
the spoon.
regenerated.
Spoonheads, yes.
You regenerated. You look very similar.
Yeah, I just regenerated into an asshole.
It's your own twin.
I'm still a dickhead. All right, okay, let's go.
One thing I thought was funny in the episode is the green dudes. They sort of just go like, "Well, we're gonna go. Bye."
The Vivace.
Well, the Vinvaci, yeah, because I like the girl. She was funny, but she was a biatch. She hated the doctor.
They both are great.
She wasn't all enamored with him. I love that. She's like, "You're an idiot."
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, shimmer.
I like the
Yes,
racism.
come on.
That's racism.
Shimmer.
So racist.
It
It was
is.
funny because I was rewatching the episode with someone who's familiar with a lot of the older stuff as well. When Tennant falls through the roof, I was like, "Wait, didn't a doctor have to regen from a fall before?"
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I was like,
Tom
"Oh,
Baker.
okay."
Oh,
Tom Baker fell off a pylon.
Which is a lot shorter of a fall than what Tennant did.
That always confused me as to why Tennant survived that fall. I didn't understand that in the slightest.
because the director said so.
There's
Well, the
a lot
writers.
of things. If you go through, there's a lot of things Tennant and Matt Smith survive that normal doctors wouldn't. So they have obviously their power
They're
levels
super
have been
doctors.
amped up a little bit. Yeah, since then, like there's a certain amount of healing, and they get more into the that the human body is basically just a shell for a Time Lord at this point. So
Davison was poisoned. Tom Baker was the one that felt that.
yeah, Tom Baker, the Fourth Doctor.
Yeah.
He regenerated into.
It's good as well because like this is the moment where he looks at Wolf before he jumps out, and I was watching. It's like I appreciate the look, but you don't even have time. The more you look, the further up you go in the ship because they're like shooting up. It's like
you
every
gotta
second.
treat it like Indiana Jones jumping into an inflatable raft out of a plane.
Oh my God,
Doom.
yeah.
It's the same thing. It's just like, okay,
Now, if he was just off a fresh regeneration, then he could have survived because his body would still be regenerating and would have healed him. So yeah, it was weird.
or he
you-
could have been
you need-
dying already.
You can just throw in anything, right? He could have jumped out when it just started to go up. He could have synced it really well and only fell through like a couple meters or something. But
Yeah.
or he had a parachute, or he had a rocket jet thing that you can do anything. The weird part, I think, for anybody watching is like, oh, Russell T's familiar with the deaths of the doctors, probably.
Very.
So-
More than familiar. I mean, maybe, like I said, maybe he was already dying before. Maybe that was what was triggered the regeneration. Now I see people in chat talking about some guy getting into a refrigerator. I vaguely know the reference, but I'm not sure what you're really talking about.
It was some kind of adventure movie, I think.
An adventure movie, guy with a hat.
Kate Blanchett was a Russian.
Oh, Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Romancing the
Indiana
Stone
Jones. Oh.
5.
I think it was the fifth one. Yeah, I always mix over the fourth
It's
one.
Romancing the Stone.
Romancing the Stone is so good.
First one's good, yeah.
He falls between when he falls between her legs, he just comes and goes, ah!
Back when shit was fun.
Fuck.
Yeah, some guy with a hat or whatever.
Guy with a hat versus a Russian woman. Yeah.
It's really hard to remember the name of the film. Anyway, yeah, you're right. Temple of Doom had some funny stuff in it.
Which is nice.
Which is
Yeah,
nice.
you want your little bit of fun.
So what did you make of the partially put together master eating people?
Creepy. I loved it.
Yeah, I thought it was fun and silly that he would just like somehow rip all their flesh off their bones.
I thought he was just like magically sucking it off or something.
Yeah, he like vacuums it off their bones.
But there is a part where he's eating a human bone.
Mm.
He's eating off a human bone. That's straight up a leg bone he's eating off of.
Neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that the editing choices were really strange too. Like when he's got that wrapper and he's like, the stink, the smell. He's just like, are you okay?
Beans and grease and fat meat. That's
gravy and
like this is when the show was still like really fucking British, right? Like we don't edit like that here. You guys are a little you're more bombastic, and I like it. This is what I love about it, but you're a little more bombastic, a little more over the top, a little more over dramatic, but I think that's what's really fucking cool about it. Now we have our moments too, but there's something that's uniquely British about how this show was put together, how it's edited. Sure, this was back in the when there still might be a difference between PAL. That's how you guys shot.
Yeah, you got NTSC.
Yeah. So it definitely made it look more of a video quality. But yeah, it was that's what I liked about it.
I was hungry when he was describing that scene, and I was like, I'm getting really hungry.
Yeah,
like,
I just
hearing
wanted
him
a
talk
burger.
about- yeah,
I just
like,
want a person,
fucking,
yeah.
like gravy and mashed potatoes. I was
Yeah,
like,
you know
I
what
don't
he's
want
talking
some.
about. Yeah, I totally agree with that.
The Cthulhu monster wants to eat people again.
Oh, as if that's never happened.
Oh, something else funny happened too. When I was watching that show, there was a distant neighbor was playing some really loud music. So my husband wakes up and he's like, I feel like I'm going crazy. There's this like, noise. I hear this music in my ears. And I was like I had just watched that episode. So I was like, you're acting like the master. Like, what is going on with you? Yeah. And then I'm like, he's like, this music. And then so I like took off my headphones and there was music. And I'm like, you're not going crazy. There's music. But it was just like a really funny moment that happened.
It was good payoff.
It was good payoff because that happens. That it's a very natural thing to think that you're going crazy. And that was a really great setup and payoff in terms of what they did with that. And I thought that was really cool because you're kind of wanting to like this guy's crazy. The master's crazy. You don't want to root for him. But then he finally has this moment of like, oh, it's true. And you're like, oh, this poor guy. Like, no wonder he's going fucking insane. He's been hearing this thumping in his head for forever.
Such a great setup. They talk about Mr. Saxon in Runaway Bride.
Yes, they do.
At the end.
And you never see him.
Whole thing up.
But the whole thing was set up. I mean, it all started coming to pass with Derek Jacobi. Just brilliant.
Dude, Utopia. That is my single favorite scene in the entire fucking series is the master reveal.
You are not
alone. The face of Mo.
Freaking out like, no, not be. And yeah, that was just fucking great. That whole build up, everything.
And that was a simultaneous great thing for people who hadn't seen any Doctor Who before then, and people who had, because you guys knew it was the Master coming back, and other people were just like, another Time Lord? Like what? No. It's going to change everything, and then just. Derek Jacobi was made such a great impression in those, seconds of playing the Master almost.
Yeah, I mean, he's an incredible actor, but he's playing this lovely man
Yep.
This wonderful, lovely man. Basically, he's the doctor. He's put himself into the fob
He's what
watch.
the master could have been.
He's what the master could have been. Yes,
yes.
exactly. So we're seeing the genius of him, and then of course when he opens up the watch and realizes he's the master, then the genius becomes stealing the TARDIS, turning it into a paradox machine. Toclafane killing all the humans,
Dude,
Dude,
dicing
the
them.
Toclafane were creepy as hell.
creepy as hell. That is,
'Cause-
and it's the kid.
Because they have heads inside them, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, human heads.
human head,
Ugh.
with
Yeah.
a collective conscience. Yeah,
Yeah, it's the kid. It's the little girl. One of them's the little girl.
Nice and creepy.
So creepy.
horrific.
And then they turn the Doctor into Dobby.
They did. They made an action figure that I have it on the wall somewhere
They
here.
did? Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's
it's right there. That's right. Oh, you can't see it. But
Dobby, is it Dobby won a sock or something? No.
Dobby got a sock. Yeah, Dobby's the one who got the sock, and that frees you from your masters,
From your
when they
slavery.
from your slavery, yeah.
when they present you with clothes, but they hate it because they
And
like.
there's loopholes because if someone puts a sock in a book that the person that gives you, that it counts as a gift or something. That's
Yeah.
Chamber of Secrets, right? I remember being like, "Wait, really?"
Yep.
Got to smuggle in them gifts.
It's complicated.
Well, in the book,
Mhm.
in the fourth book, Hermione's trying to free all of them, so she's knitting. No, it's the fifth book. She's knitting hats. Fourth or fifth? And she's still knitting hats in the fifth book. So she's leaving them around so the elves will pick them up and free themselves. But it's actually Dobby actually picking them all up. And when she sees them, he's got like 20 hats on. He's like, oh, they know they don't want to be free. That's terrible. They want to be slaves. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Yep.
I've never read the Harry Potter books.
Wow.
I've only watched the
Wow.
movies. I know.
The books are better.
Movies are filled with British actors, though.
Dude, so some of the best casting ever.
Just fun to see so many famous British people doing shit in those movies.
Yeah, and British actors like actually train for acting.
Like David Tennant with his little tongue go.
Yeah.
Mm.
That was a little strange, but I remember the era of being into Doctor Who and seeing him and was like, oh my god, now he's in films. And then he sort of didn't go into any more films. So, oh
He
well.
kind of stopped.
You
He did
think- how
Jessica
did that-
Jones's like villain. That
Yeah, because that's about as far as he went.
Yeah.
Why did that happen? You'd think David Tennant would have been able to shoot off, really.
Well, he did the remake of Fright Night as well
Mm,
Did anyone
he-
see that?
with Anton Yelchin, who died,
Hmm.
run himself over, crushed himself with his car.
He also had that like really good series with actually Jodie Whittaker on the BBC as the
Oh,
detective
Broadchurch?
guy. Yeah, Broadchurch.
Broadchurch, yeah.
Yeah, that was
He was
decent.
Good Omens was almost
Good Omens,
good.
yeah.
Was almost good. Great casting, but kind of poor writing at the end.
I thought it was okay.
Francis McDormand as God was fucking annoying.
I didn't watch it.
It was pretty good. It had its moments.
I'll have to check it out.
I mainly just wanted to see the two of them just doing insane things, really. That's what I was in it for. Especially being like
Doing
evil and
things.
good. Yeah, just doing
Saying
literally
stuff.
could have been just making toast. Wouldn't really matter.
Yep.
Yeah, they're a good duo.
I'm glad that they got the Doctor's hair right.
There's a lot of
think-
people who were in Doctor Who, Game of Thrones, and Harry Potter, like kind of circulating,
Crossing over.
crossing
Mhm.
over. Yeah.
Cross pollinating.
No.
It's incestuous, don't you know, darling?
No.
It's an incestuous thing. Let's just read a couple of supers because it's going to be a short show today. Catalyst with the $25 is Hail as Gary Mauler and Nina. Any New Year's resolutions? As's were probably to get out of New Zealand and to give up looking at men with boobs. Gary, yes, those were my New Year's resolution.
It's just another day. Your resolution can be today, tomorrow. Not do resolution.
Garrett
Aw,
trying to
poor
like
Az.
deliver some kind of like uplifting, so he's just like in the background. I agree, Gary. I agree.
Yeah. I mean, I have like the regular ones that are like, eat better, work out more. That's like the daily ones. And I have a couple personal ones that I'm just gonna keep to myself. But otherwise, yeah, no,
Get
I'm with you,
longer.
Gary.
Get longer.
I need to
Get longer, yeah.
Come on, dish it.
Stay sober today. That is my resolution every day.
Take it day by day. Right.
Yep.
Yeah. What about you,
Conquer a
Mahler?
universe, Mona.
Like I said, get longer. I'm gonna
Just get longer?
That's
That's it?
Everything needs to
Okay.
be longer. No, too much short.
Gonna
Gary's
make-
video was too short. That was his big problem.
Sorry. Yeah,
Should
I
have been
know.
3 or to 30 hours long.
30 hours long.
I was trying to say that at the beginning that the audible mention section is hilarious because it's like, all right, give me a sec. We got like this.
That was great.
Some of it I was legit like, oh my god, that was this year. Ah, like some people are like, hey man, loads of good movies and TV came out this year, and it's like, well, there's a lot of shit though.
A lot of
A
shit.
lot of
So
shit.
much
Just
shit.
a
though.
lot of
Way
shit.
more shit than good.
Yeah. For every good thing we got, there was at least 7 or 8 bad things, like really bad things. And
Damn, I was gonna say 3 to 5. You said 7 or 8.
I
Holy
said-
shit.
I saved the list. Lady Greymaster, like what we submitted, she broke it down into points into an Excel spreadsheet. We're gonna go over that on FNT
Ooh.
because I think it's like I'm sure people will disagree with the list, and I want to see people make their own, like and debate it. But what was hard was to do top 5 things. It would have to be a mix of TV shows, movies, or moments.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I don't have enough for like top 5 movies at all. I saw some good
Sure.
movies. I did. But yeah, just watching Doctor Who again was so great.
It's a good palate cleanser, that's for sure. Like when you watch something you love and
I'll
after
never
you
get
watch a
tired
bunch
of
of
it. I could watch it again
yeah.
next week. It's like watching Lord of the Rings for me.
Bum, bum, bum. Can we talk about the big scene?
Sure. Well,
Sure.
let me just go a couple of these.
No.
Killer of Death just dropped €20. Thank you.
Aw.
Bradley Burnett gifted 10 memberships. Bradley, thank you very much.
Yay.
Andrew Valdez with a $20 says, I have been forcing my dad to watch shows with me, and I heard about the Venture Brothers from Gary. So I bought the entire thing. I watched it with him. I will cherish the laughs we had forever. Thank you so much, Gary.
Aw.
Martino Simone there with a 5 Swiss francs says, Happy New Year, Nina.
Hi, happy new year.
No one else.
Aw, that's so sweet. Thank you.
She's me tooing me.
No one else.
Simp.
It's Nina.
Simp. It's like, yeah. Uh-huh.
We're friends, Martino.
You know it.
Nick Hammerschmidt with a $20 says, Hail the real BLBC. Fucking whatever. Something like that. Well done on your 5 woke flop video this year, Gary. I would have preferred if you mentioned Henry Cavill getting fired from DC, but the others are good. Hope you feel better as best Superman comics. And Jurgens.
I don't know if that's a
Gary
woke
Oldwell.
sale for this year yet. I think it will be, but that remains to be seen. But it will definitely. There's a couple things that hit the cutting room floor too, including Blood Origin, which I probably will just save for another video, and Batgirl getting canceled. That one hit the cutting room.
Let's be honest, Gary. If you made a top 5 worst whatever of 20 whatever at this point, you'd have to make them weekly. Roundabout.
Yeah, at
Seriously,
least monthly. God.
You don't sound like the Blood Origin one. I was so confused. I was like, why are we getting another horrible fantasy show that's incredibly piss? Like what? And it's shit on another franchise. Seriously, calm down. Like, why is it coming out so
Garbage.
fast?
So bad.
Everyone's
I
like,
like-
oh, what's EFAP cover next? Like, we don't even know what's going on anymore.
I like the way they say we need to diversify this fantasy, and now you can't differentiate one show from another.
No, you really can't.
And
We need to
what did we say?
fantasize
When you diversify everything, you homogenize everything.
Like Miles Morales being Miles Morales. That's one of my first tweets of the new year, and I'm like going through my mentions, and there's still people getting triggered. It's so fucking.
I was dead when I read that. I was like, "Fucking Gary!" Like,
There he goes again.
It's the easiest thing in the world to do. By
You
the
should
way, we have,
probably you should set it to an automatic thing. You can do that. Schedule
yeah, you
like
should.
literally once per month, every Monday, the first Monday of every month or something,
Yeah.
and
So
add a
first
different
of
emoji each
such
time,
and such.
like
And
a
you know what that means?
skull or a crying while laughing, and see which emoji gets the most angry, because that's a way to upset people.
great idea, Mahler. I think I'll do that this year.
And then one day you'll be like, "Why is everyone at me today?" Oh, it's the scheduled tweet is out. There we go.
Az, can you share this? Somebody, Pop Culture Dinosaur made this. It's very cool. I hope I hit the audio. I'm not showing my.
I hope you hit the play.
Like, if you need to go take a piss, put that up. And
yeah.
Yeah.
well
You know
done.
what? I'm gonna save that for that very reason.
I saved it too. That's all I wanted. To share.
I'm gonna
I
save
can't
that
because
for
I
that
got
reason.
banned from Twitter.
I can download it for you and send it to you. As
Yeah. Don't worry, you got it.
Bradley Burnett with a 20 says $20. Unlike Peter Parker, killer Dan Slott, as called out Slott by name with truth. Who could those anti-She-Hulk bearded white male YouTubers be? Well, I look forward to the new Twitter account run by Az's Amazon delivery guy.
I'm not anti-She-Hulk. I am anti-shitty storytelling by a bunch of poser hacks. To be specific,
Oh.
like
No,
just
they've got my IP banned. Yay.
We'll see how much She-Hulk we see in the future, because I'm imagining not a lot.
Well, apparently
She's-
she's
she-
supposed
she's
to be
an
part of the
Avenger.
Avengers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's
She's
a
an
new
Avenger
Avenger.
now.
Well, remember, I should go over all the Marvel movies they've announced and changed the names of and scrapped. But remember, there was supposed to be a Captain Marvel 2.
Yeah.
We're not getting a Captain Marvel 2. We're getting the Marvels, which is Brie Larson being shielded by a lot of POCs to shield her from criticism. A POC director who is racist against white people who had to delete all her tweets. That's the person directing this. And it will be utter shit and a massive flop. And I can't wait.
When's that coming out again?
Comes out in June
June.
or July.
Sounds like
We
fun.
are 12 days away from the Last of Us TV season.
Oh, I can't
Ooh.
wait.
Yay.
We're a month and a week away from Picard season 3.
Oh God.
We are 3 months away from Quantumania.
Jane and I are meant to be reviewing National Treasure, but I can't bring myself to watch any more of it because it's fucking dog shit.
Yeah, it is like a D23 after school special. Bad.
Gary, that tweet that you made about Star Trek, you said rest in peace Star Trek, was really interesting too. The fact that the shills aren't even watching fucking Discovery anymore. That was
And they had the balls to call it
Interesting.
certified fresh with
Yeah.
16 critics. And I didn't even show the top critics. There's like 2.
It can look, it can be as fresh as it wants. It can be fresh as a pair of fucking white cotton panties out of the fucking washing machine doesn't mean anyone's fucking watching it.
No, it does.
Mm-mm.
Like the thing is, like, nobody's watching Star Trek, and I've heard that from the inside for a long time now. Like they're okay. The numbers I was given, there's no way to verify this, so but the number I was given was they were getting like 200,000 views on an on fucking episode.
Oof.
That is an
I
episode.
can well believe that.
Yeah.
I can well believe that.
When Star Trek started, Midnight's Edge reported on this, so I got to give him credit for it. And then it was verified later on in the media that Netflix paid for the first 2 or 3 seasons. So they were getting like
Yes.
10 mil an episode for Star Trek Discovery. It's down to like 2 or 3 at this point, and that's still overpaying for 200,000 views total on your fucking show. Lower Decks was worse than that. I heard Lower Decks was under 100,000. That's
Oh my
insanely bad.
god. How
Well,
is it still going? That's crazy.
was it? I lasted 1 episode, 8 minutes of Lower Decks. And then when I saw that they made the guy literally just spread his asshole,
Mm-hmm. They did do that.
and I was just like,
I'm sorry, I was thinking
You-
Star Trek Shorts. I was confusing Lower Decks with
Okay,
Shorts.
okay.
Yeah.
but when I saw that was with Lower Decks, I was, these people despise Star Trek.
Mhm.
People who make this despise Star Trek. They
Well-
despise the whole ethos around it, the fandom, the cleverness, the sophistication of it. Now, Star Trek is literally a guy spreading his asshole. And I'm not being, by the way, when I say that, I'm not being hyperbolic. He's spreading his legs up so you can see his spread asshole. And then I saw at a convention, the Star Trek convention, where they got the voice actors, and the guy that voices him, which isn't that the same guy that does, I don't know. I don't think it's the same guy that does
He's in
Fry.
He's in the boys.
All right.
Yeah.
And it was just like, hey, do you want me to do the thing? He's putting his legs up, and I'm just like,
Yeah, it's that LA bubble. It's like that's the kind of shit that's funny to a bunch of douchey LA hipsters who hang out in Silver Lake, which is a lot of people down there, by the way. And that's been that scene for 10 years. It's like an old dead scene, right? And it's just it hasn't progressed trend wise or anything. And that's like it's Rick and Morty people. Rick and Morty people did not Dan Harmon, but the Rick and Morty people did Lower Decks. Rick and Morty people, Jessica Gao, did
not
She-Hulk.
joking.
Oh,
Wait,
I
is the
shared
black
it
bot
too.
in the show?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I haven't watched it. I just watched reviews of people talking about the show.
It's
It was definitely it's offshoot of Rick and Morty stuff. Yeah.
yeah,
The
it's
style for sure.
cartoons for people who like Tumblr. It's CalArts fucking shit. And
It's for people who are retarded.
It wasn't made for me personally.
no. Like if you compare something like that with Venture Brothers, which is created by 2 people who are genius and is some of the funniest shit you'll ever see, you'll see the contrast of it. That's why I think Rick and
Mhm.
Morty was horribly overrated. So not the biggest fan. That's fine.
Did you see Dan Slott also said maybe She-Hulk just isn't for you? There's plenty of other things out there for you. And I'm like, no, there ain't. There's
No.
nothing out there for a
You-
fucking red-blooded man.
How come
You
She-Hulk
took 'em all.
was for me, but it's not? But it's comic accurate. You know who else backed him up was Tom Taylor.
Of course.
Tom Taylor's a fucking bell end.
Yep, total.
I'll get
bell
banned
end.
from Twitter again just to say that.
I told him, he retweeted and he repeated it because I can't see what I'm blocked by Dan. I've been blocked by Dan Slott.
I've been blocked from by Tesla.
Yeah, So it's like Tom Taylor, like I'm like, dude, that's not the ringing endorse you think it is. Your only claim to fame is de-aging or aging up Superboy to make him gay. That's your claim to fame. That's your legacy forever. Using and pandering to an audience so you can get some love from the media, so you can
Yeah.
get your name in the headlines using other people.
Yeah, Gary, you can age him up to be gay and he's still underage.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Nina. Yeah.
Yeah. Dan Slot has me blocked too because I hang out with you guys probably because I've never
so
talked
it's
to him
probably a
ever.
block.
Dude, there are conversations I'll click with anybody I'm following these days, and like half of the things are either gone from privacy protection or because I blocked. I was like, fuck it, hell, I don't even know what everyone's saying anymore. Whatever.
People are weird.
Dude, the weirdest one is that you can like block people and then you can still quote tweet them. Like they can quote tweet you after blocking you, which seems really weird.
Yeah. That's why I usually block people when they block me because I'm like, then you can't,
Yeah, if somebody
quote
blocks
tweet me
you,
either.
I think
Fuck
it's
you.
fine to block them back so they can't. Because there was a guy who was, he was an ex. What's that channel called in the UK? Newcastle based. They used to do it was like What's If or something like, I don't know, can't remember. But there was a guy from there who apparently, well, I don't know, probably a freelancer who did articles from it. He would like stalk me incessantly, and so I just muted him so he can just like yell into the void. I'll never see anything he says. What Culture? Thank you. It said on his bio that he's a contributor to What Culture, and then because he wasn't getting any response from me, he blocked me. Okay, fine. So when I saw that he'd blocked me because he'd said something and I'd seen it, I blocked him back because he had blocked me but was still using my Twitter account to do quote tweets from or whatever. So I was just like, no, so I blocked him back. When I blocked him back, he unblocked me.
Of course he did. They do that all the time.
That
But
is incredibly gay. Just want to
Yeah. He looked stereotypically, should we just say.
speaking of stalking people, I heard you stalked a celebrity over the
So what?
weekend.
I'll do it
Hugh
again.
Grant is terrified of hot dog
Yeah.
stalker at Comic-Con.
I was going to talk to you about this.
Call me Hugh. Call me.
I mean,
What did you
maybe
do?
maybe if you put a dress on and a different color.
Hey, Hugh, I will be your Davina Brown. Was it Davina Brown? I will be your LA hooker.
Divine.
Hugh Grant, by the way,
Divine.
he shows up in the new Knives Out because Benoit Blanc is in his bathroom when he gets a call, and so Hugh Grant opens the door and collects a package for him. And I was like, is he like a servant type thing, like a maid or something? And then apparently someone asked, and they were like, no, they're like gay, they lovers. Like the
husbands. The
yeah,
married.
whatever. Yeah, and I was just like, why did they make it so that was interpretable? Why, like, is it like, is this the thing again where it's like we wouldn't want to push too hard on it otherwise?
Ryan Johnson, it's like confirmation bias. It's like, what's the best way to put it?
It is what you want it to be.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is so politicized that the other side is so far up his ass and in his head that he everything he writes, every ounce of his being has to be owning the chuds. Okay,
There's a lot of that energy in the film. It's really
I haven't seen
do you feel owned?
I don't. You know what? Glass Onion supposedly making fun of male rights. Like, it doesn't bother me because I'm not a male rights activist. I am not alt-right. But that's how they see us. This is where this hyperbole has taken us.
I haven't seen any of them. Brian Johnson's a bell end.
But he's a shitty filmmaker. He's not a very good writer. That's why his sequels went to Netflix and not in the theater. I guess this was in the theater for a little while. And good on him for getting almost $500 million to make two.
Gary, I hate correcting you.
Go ahead. I'm wrong all the time.
He's got a Disney trilogy.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a Star Wars.
My
He's got
bad.
a Star Wars trilogy.
Yeah, it's all out.
Okay, Elizabeth Hurley, one of the hottest women to have ever lived, and the fucker cheated on her. But I like Hugh Grant. I think he's a good actor.
He is fantastic in The Gentleman.
He cheated on Liz Hurley. Damn,
What?
dude.
He did? I didn't know
With that
that.
prostitute in LA. Yeah.
No way. Oh my God. Lost a lot of respect for him right now. That's fucked up. I didn't
Hey,
know
look, that was 20-something years ago. Come on.
Yeah, but
Well,
that makes even less sense because Liz Hurley 20 years ago was like the top of her fucking game. Are you
She's-
kidding
no,
me? Like
she's
she's
still
fucking
now.
She
insane.
is still hot to
I-
this day.
the
Yeah,
better,
but still.
the better response is we have no context for what exactly happened, right? I'm
Well, maybe
guessing.
she wasn't giving it up. Maybe it was just a show marriage, and she.
Yeah, maybe.
Apparently, she gave him a blowjob in the car. Oh, we're talking about the Liz Hurley, not the
Yeah.
Vine. Okay, sorry.
Or maybe he just couldn't whack it and needed a hooker. I don't know.
They do that kind of stuff all the time. I'm Ben
They're
Affleck.
degenerate. Yeah, I mean that's
It happens.
Didn't Schwarzenegger cheated on his wife, right?
With the maid.
with the maid and what's his name cheated on Uma Thurman. Uma Thurman, who cheats on? He was in Moon Knight, the bad guy. Why am I blanking his name?
Yeah.
I know his name too. Why am I
I
blanking? on it?
know.
Oh my god, we're having like a mass.
I know.
What the fuck?
Someone in chat's gonna get it.
Ethan
Hawke.
Hawke.
Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke cheated on Uma Thurman, dude. Like what the fuck? Like,
Did you see her tits in
Her-
what's it called?
Kill Bill?
Dangerous Liaison.
Oh,
no. The Adventures of Baron von Munchausen. That was
oh.
she,
never seen
she
that.
comes out of the clamshell.
Hmm?
The Adventures of Baron von Munchausen is a fucking great movie. It's a great movie.
Now everyone's just
Very-
got Munchausen by proxy.
Yeah. I love that movie. I think there's a 4K version. I think I have it. God, I've got so much shit.
Martino
It's,
Simoni with a 20 Swiss francs says, "Stop the car collectors' hate." Martino collects car.
I don't
No hate. We're
no
just
hate at all. for
we're
any
just
collector.
confused why
I think
what an Andrew Tate is. We're just confused
That's- I
what an
didn't
Andrew
mean-
yeah,
Tate
no,
is.
it's referencing how he sees the amount of cars you have as like evidence of, I guess, how awesome you are.
Yeah, because I saw the quartering like defending Andrew Tate.
It's
And I was
Baron
kind of
Munchausen,
like,
correct chat.
when I saw the tweet, I was just like, what's he trying to get from this? He's trying to
Well,
own
as Lovio pointed out.
a 19-year-old girl. It's just like,
And he did it. He like set her up. When I saw it, I was like, why did he do that? She's got
Yeah.
an easy response to this.
she had many. There was many easy
Yeah.
responses to own him on that, and she did. And I'm no Greta Thunberg. Like, I think she's a dickhead, but I was just like, what was he trying to get out of it? I don't know. But then again, I don't know what an Andrew Tate is. So
I don't know what it is. It looks like WWF stuff to me.
yes, yeah, it does. It's like performative theater.
Yeah, which is fine. I mean, like you need to have provocateurs in the world, but maybe there's just something I'm not getting.
Takes a grifter. Well, I don't. Everyone's a grifter these days, right? This is
I had a
every-
really good conversation with Robert Barnes about the whole Andrew Tate situation. Oh no!
Too soon? Nah.
It might be
Fine.
too soon.
I was really kind of confused.
It's good to
on-
have male
Never mind.
role models. This is the problem with not having enough male role models. But in your life, do not. I'm gonna sound like a dad now. Let me get in dad mode. Don't
Aw.
fucking listen to anybody on the internet. Don't listen to me. Don't listen. Find a good male role model in your life. Uncle, big brother, dad. Dad would be good. It's really important. It's really important. And we're finding out how important it is because there is a lot of fucking pussies out there. And I think a lot of
And
that
dicks,
has to do with
fuck pussies and
pussies.
And assholes are looking to shill
Yeah,
over
and assholes,
everything.
yeah.
We need them dicks to get out there and fuck those assholes.
But they just need to get out of the pussy. I know. Sir My House with a $20 says, if anyone is interested in medieval stories, I stream myself reading Middle and Old English stories. Today, I will be translating the song of Awen Sings in the Two Towers Extended Edition.
Nice.
So if you're interested, swing by.
That's awesome.
That's Sir Marhaus, Marhaus. Valkendar with a $20 says, I can guarantee Uche lost a lot of friends because of his relationships with everyone in the fellowship. I agree.
Probably.
The fact that he didn't disassociate from you guys like most leftists says a lot about his character. R.I.P. Uche. And R.I.P.
Rest in
Uche
peace.
indeed. Mostly gluten with a $20 says, Gary, hate to bother you, but last Friday Night Tights hasn't been uploaded to Spotify yet.
Oh,
Is there any possibility that your BBC streams be uploaded there too? I can look into it for you. I can look into it.
Garrett can tell you how it's done super easy.
Okay,
And,
barely an inconvenience.
Barely an inconvenience. And Garrett has been in transition. He will be.
Whoa.
I knew that man bun was heading to a bad place.
He's
here.
getting his tits put on.
Oh no.
No,
Dude, you still got a dick. You're still going to have kids.
Garrett. Well, he had to move. So I guess the news is out there. His previous landlord was a piece of shit, and Garrett had to move his family during the fucking holidays. Had to pick up him because there was an unfortunate situation with the plumbing, and the guy wouldn't fucking fix it. And then he was hiding the fact that all the pipes were disintegrated. So he
Like at his new place?
no, at his old place.
Oh, okay.
Place he was in. So he had to we have to move now, and he did, and he was able to do it. And Garrett's got 4 kids, lovely wife, and everybody's fine. But yeah, it was not optimal
That's
for him.
rough.
It was
Yeah.
not. But he pulled it off like a man. He didn't bitch about it. He didn't even complain about it on the internets. He just did it. I like Garrett.
Good man.
Good now.
Yeah, it was fucked up. It was totally fucked up. Hopefully, he sues the bloody hell out of that guy.
Yeah, I hope so.
He's got grounds, like legit grounds. But Garrett's a laid back dude. He's a laid back. He doesn't want to he just wants shit fixed. That's all. So he's getting settled, and I will get that stuff uploaded.
Loves Garrett.
He's still gay though.
QB.
Wow.
I don't want to get too soft on him.
I love him. He's
Aw.
awesome.
So gay.
I love him like a man should love a man.
That sounded even gayer. Oh my god.
That didn't sound gay. That didn't sound gay. I didn't sound gay at all.
Daddy, chill.
I love him in a sexual. Okay, that sounds.
Wow.
Chris W, $25 is nerd alert question, especially for Gary. How does the end of time part 2 fit in with what happens in the Day of the Doctor 50th anniversary special?
Well, you got to think you have the Time Lords who were just the battle commanders who were not aware of what the council was doing. So they were just fighting the time war. But they mentioned the moment in the final function. They do.
Yep.
They do. And that's why the war doctor is like, F this. I'm going
Gotta
off to
take
the
him
place
out.
I grew up. Which comes in later in a episode I don't like, where Clara's under his bed. I don't like that episode. Just don't. It makes her the girl the key to everything. It's fucking ugh. But no, you got John Hurt walking out to that little shack, right? And I thought it was really well done. I love how they brought Rose back in a way that's not bringing Rose back. I thought that was really really cool.
Oh, making her literally the
Making
bad
her the
wolf.
moment. Making her like, but that weapon, the
I love
ultimate
that.
weapon, tries to talk you out of using it. Like that, there's something that's really freaking cool in Doctor Who about that, and that's what's great about the show is you can do bonkers, weird stuff. Like Mahler brought it up in the End of Time, where they have to be in one room and the radiation from the Vinvachi glass goes into like, totally ridiculous, right? But it works in Doctor Who
Yeah,
because
because there's a fucking hole under the door.
most science fiction, not all, but most science fiction is like within 200 or 300 years of us, 400 years of us. Like this is millions of years beyond us in some cases. So it's shit we just couldn't even comprehend. So that gives you a lot more leeway if you're creative enough and you're clever enough. And I think that's what attracts me to Doctor Who is, the British are fucking clever. You know, they're really clever in their writing, their dialogue, and that's what attracts me to it. That's why they have better character arcs. And we here in America, we're just sometimes especially now, dumb as fuck. You know, when it comes to writing and storytelling, because the Brits have just been doing it longer than us. That's all.
I will defend the Vivace glass thing.
I'm fine with it. It makes sense. It's just you really think about it.
They really set it up.
They did.
They made sure that it was really, really set up.
Well, that's what Russell like Moffat is a cleverer writer than Russell T. Davies, but Russell T. Davies doesn't get caught up in his cleverness and minutia. He understands you need to set up and pay off. And RTD paid his shit off. Moffat does not. Moffat sets up things and he might have had these grand plans and he never could finish them, but like a lot of Moffat's payoffs kind of fell short where RTD's like just were fucking great. That's the difference. But I think, Moffat, like with RTD, wrote the best episodes with Girl in the Fireplace, Blink,
I love
Force
that.
of the Dead, Silence in the Library. Those are just masterful episodes.
But that's because he was writing one a series.
Yep.
The Girl in the Fireplace was one of my favorite ones.
Season
I love
5
that
was
episode.
pretty great. Pretty fucking great. Season 5 of Doctor Who. Like after Tennant, people were pissed he was gone. People weren't taking to Matt Smith. He was too young, and it like that got silenced pretty quick. Like people were, and insanely popular in America. Like insanely.
I mean, I hope that's the case for that's the case for Ncuti Gatwa. That he really kind of comes out guns blazing.
I hope so too.
But if the Timeless Children isn't overwritten, it's over. I just can't be bothered. I'm not investing.
His companion looks cute.
Oh yeah.
She's cute.
Yeah.
I like her.
Straight up went for a hottie. I mean, it's smart. So a thing I'm not going to take credit for it but I was told before RTD was in the picture, okay, because before RTD got in the picture, this show was getting canceled, folks. It was getting canceled, but I was told very early on by the same person who told me that they're going to change the Doctor's origin and that Jodie was essentially gone and all that stuff, was somebody who worked peripherally, who does not anymore. But he said there's no way on God's green earth you will get another White Doctor. You just won't. You won't get it. Like you'll get a dude, but it's not like I didn't care. I'm like, I don't care. The Doctor's a dude. Don't care what he looks like. I honestly, beyond that, I don't care what he looks like. So like my concern with Ncuti is Ncuti going to play him like super flamboyant, or is he going to play him, for lack of a better description, straight? Like a doctor.
Like, is he gonna act? Is what you're asking? Like, is he actually gonna act?
Can he pull off the 1,000-yard stare? Or with Doctor Who, it's the 1,000-year stare. And that's the question. That's the question, because that's the one commonality that every single Doctor had up until Jodie, is they could have this innocent curiosity one moment and flip a switch and make you look like, oh, you're dealing with somebody who's really dangerous.
Yeah.
The some good things from Ncuti that I've kind of heard over the Lady Doctor is that he seems more respectful of the material and the lore than she did when she was starting out. Like she was all like, I don't care. Like I'm just gonna do my own thing. and he seems a little bit more respectful to the lore. So that's a good sign, I think. But well, I guess we'll find out. We'll see what he acts
I've seen a
like.
couple of articles, but I haven't seen them hanging, like really going out. Like, this is the first Black Doctor. 'Cause it's
Yeah.
not, for one, because there was a female Black Doctor before that. But like, just make him the next Doctor. Don't care what he is in his personal life. That doesn't affect my opinion of him at all. As long as they play him like the Doctor. And Russell T Davies has said some stuff that's concerned me. But I'm gonna, I'll give it a look. But my hopes are not high.
Just have good character development. That's what we're asking for. See, she's cute. I like her.
Yeah, she's a kid. Though that's the way I see it.
Yeah.
But she's 18.
Yeah, that is a kid. But I mean, that's how old
Rose is.
Rose is 19.
But it's like when I know standards have dropped a lot, but it's like when I see a girl that looks like a girl and I'm like, she's not being uglified and she doesn't look like a man, like that's a good sign. like okay, at least we're on the right track.
This promo picture is this is absolutely what they needed to do. Here's the Doctor, here's the Doctor's companion in front of the TARDIS.
Mhm.
Nothing, you can't read anything other than that into it. And that's
I read one thing into this.
Okay, what?
What's that?
This is Eccleston and Billy Piper 2023. That's what I see.
A little bit.
Because this is RTD essentially resetting, because this is when I say discount Rose,
She does give me Rose vibes.
I'm not being too fair on that, but it's discount Rose and it's current day Doctor. This is probably one of the most typical images of current day that you will see.
Are you expecting a Force Awakens to A New Hope situation?
Maybe.
Mm.
That's absolutely a possibility.
Yeah. I think that's a very good analogy. That's a very good analogy.
Yep. I mean, like, how many times have we seen it in other things?
We've seen
Too
it
many.
a lot.
Too many.
Yeah, this is actually somebody said it probably better than I have. This is the ESG.
The ESG.
The ESG Doctor Who.
ESG approved reboot. of
Yes.
Doctor Who. Yeah.
ESG approved Doctor Who reboot.
I mean, because the BBC is screwed as a network. It's not going to last very long. Like our broadcast networks
Here's
are
another
dying.
picture.
Disney's thinking about selling. They're talking about projecting that they're going to sell ESPN and ABC. I see them selling ABC first. Yeah, our broadcast networks are dying. They're unnecessary. Do you need giant buildings with people and giant studios and union workers? I mean, that sounds like really expensive. And now you're competing against blokes and ladies in their rooms
and bedrooms. Yeah.
No, the BBC is not government funded. It's population of UK funded.
Well, that money goes to the state, and then the state controls it from there. But yes, it comes from you.
It's us.
Comes from you, which is
well, yeah. I mean, I was going to say, if you're going to say, is it government
it's a
funded?
stealth
But the
tax,
government's funded
yeah.
by the people, so.
But it's on top of taxes, so it is an extra tax.
Well, at least you get what you paid for, I guess.
I'm getting nothing because I don't watch the thing.
I don't watch thing.
I do not watch things.
Are we
I do
reduced
not
caveman
watch
talk now? Me like Doctor Who.
Me use like doc, me no like cool. Now,
What do you think of his outfit for the Doctor, the official one that they put out?
It's the male version of Jodie Whittaker's. It's kind of got the exact same.
It's less rainbowy.
But it's the same. It's exactly the same. Look, it's long, slightly long coat. The only thing that's different is if his trousers were, slightly shorter. Well, I don't know what you call that. I'm old. I don't know what you call that
God, was it
trend.
Jay Eggsy who said it was too coordinated? And I agree with that.
But it kind of
It
just
is a
looks
little
like another male version of the Jodie Whittaker.
I
Yeah.
didn't mind the
Those are-
jacket. They should have had like a different type of
No,
pants, so it's not
the boots
so.
are pretty. I like those boots. Those,
I like
boots
the
are
boots
great.
too.
yeah, those are good.
I
is it the fact
I
that it's
don't like
the-
the. Sorry, go on.
Just the pattern matching on both the jacket and the
Yeah.
trousers is
No,
throwing me
well,
off
it's
completely.
different pattern. It's a different pattern, and that's what to me makes it.
Too similar. Then?
It's a different pattern with the similar color. So to me, it's
It's a little bit clashing. Like they should have
Yeah.
had him wear some other type of pants.
yeah,
Yeah.
or a different jacket.
Or a different
Pants.
jacket.
Pants are fine. Jacket's fine. Together, not fine for me.
Yeah. For a lot of people, I think. That was my issue with
T-shirt,
it, too.
fine. You know.
Yeah. I mean, otherwise he looks fine. Just a
Damn,
But the shoes good. I would love a pair of those shoes.
these old sideshow
shoes.
figures are such.
Those Doc Martens. Are they Doc Martens? Probably.
I think so. And again, with her outfit, like she looks fine. She looks
Yeah, it's
like a woman.
yeah, She looks like a girl,
Yeah, she looks like a girl. She looks
which
fine.
is a nice, refreshing change in current year.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So there you go. It's the new Doctor. I can't believe it's gonna be that long though. Like I think it's like another year, right? Before he
Yeah, that's gonna hurt him. And
I think we're going to get snippets of Ncuti Gatwa throughout the Tenant run because I think something's going on. I think maybe he splits off into two or something. I think something is not quite right about this regeneration.
When's Tenant coming back again? November, right?
November, I think.
Yeah.
You're watching that, right, Az?
I'll give the first one a crack.
I'm curious. I want to know what it's gonna be like.
I just got a feeling that the Russell T Davies is just not going to mention the Timeless Children. But I'll tell you right now, if he does, and he confirms it himself, I am out immediately. Out immediately.
Yep.
Or if he ignores it.
which is most likely what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Not good enough.
No, it needs to be a storyline. It needs to be a storyline.
Is there any word on how long he's looking to take over for?
Just a year.
Really? Just
No,
one?
Russell. I think are you referring to Russell T Davis or
Yeah,
David
yeah,
Tennant?
Russell T.
Yeah, Russell T Davis.
Russell T Davies, I heard, was coming in for the first season. But maybe I'm wrong about that. That's initially what I heard.
That if he only comes in for one season, that sounds like entirely like he's literally come onto a battlefield as a medic to be like, good. Here's this plaster. Here's some water. Bye.
They're
Doing
planning.
okay.
They are planning. Like they have big plans. They like. There is rumors out there, and I like what I hear. Like possibly, mini series of other Doctors, spinoffs and stuff. Which would Torchwood may be coming back, but if it's not, if it's without John Barrowman, it's dead.
You know it won't be with him. That's what happened.
How can it not be
His
without
hair
him?
is dyed black again.
He'll dye his hair. If he came back, he'd dye his hair for the show.
Well, it's dyed black again. That has been
okay. Captain Jack's coming back then, probably.
I thought he was like perma cancelled for.
No, not with Russell T Davis. He won't be.
No.
What did he do?
Dude, John Barrowman is an
He put his
insanely
cock-
popular individual.
He got his cock out a lot.
He whipped
Yeah.
out his dick a lot.
Apparently,
Just
he's got
randomly, like just
well, apparently he's
Hi.
got rather a large member,
Listen, if you
and
ever
he would
want-
go behind the women when they were sat down, and he would get his cock out and put it on their shoulders.
Yeah, anything goes with John Barrowman was exactly.
That's what I mean. They tell the story is pretty funny. You can see they're all like laughing when they're telling the story. But I was just like, there was rumor or whatever that Chris Fraggleston was like piss off sort of thing. Like he was the most angriest about it.
Yeah, because he's the biggest fucking. He's got a giant
Prima donna.
ass, prima donna,
what?
a-hole. You didn't hear anybody missing Christopher Eccleston when he left. Right?
No.
Oh no, I think I mean Russell T Davis had already worked with David Tennant in Casanova.
Yeah.
And so I think Russell T Davis was just like, I got a fucking boom replacement right fucking now. And he was absolutely 100% correct because
What a
Tennant was
replacement,
amazing.
yeah.
Well, I think that's what made it easier for. They're like, okay, you can go.
Gamer, word, I can't check my Twitter because I don't have a Twitter.
They killed it.
Elon just dropped another Twitter files. That's what's going on.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
This isn't a Twitter Files show.
Yeah, we're a Doctor Who show.
I'm just telling you guys what's going on.
Wait,
What a great theme, too.
Best theme ever.
It brings
Wooby,
chills
woo.
every time I hear it. I love that song. It's great.
Wooby woo, wooby woo, 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 wee woo.
I am surprised about what you said though, Mahler, about David Tennant not working more.
No, I didn't say that. I said I wanted. Why didn't he get to be a A-lister, basically?
That's what I mean. Like he should. I'm surprised that he didn't become an A-lister like you. Because
Right, yeah, because
he should have been.
he's just a fantastic actor. He seems to work pretty hard, and he's super likable. You feel all of everything you need, right?
Yeah.
And then he got almost into some big projects, but then just sort of. And you can tell, he loves Doctor Who, so it's not a surprise he's going to come back whenever they ask him to.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a hyper fan of Doctor Who, isn't he?
Yeah.
Him and Capaldi were.
I mean, so is Matt Smith. He loves Doctor Who.
He loves it now, but he was a jock. But he did his homework.
Yeah.
He did his homework.
Which is something you kind of wish was a requirement.
Especially if you're writing for the show.
I don't know, man. Like if someone says, I don't know anything about it, you'd be like, oh, I don't know. Maybe we should make that a requirement. That passion. We want to get that in there too, alongside all the other stuff. Like be a good actor, being up there, of course.
Right. I mean that's how you can tell like the difference in The Witcher, right? Like Geralt, like Henry Cavill, like actually cares about the property, and then all the writers don't give a fuck.
Do you want to see the difference in The Witcher? You play the fucking game and then you watch the show.
Mm-hmm.
The game is incredible. We've had the stories have been wonderful, side stories, side quests, fantastic,
so good.
And then you go to the show and it's shit, dog shit, intersectional dog shit. Lauren Histrich is a fucking shit.
She is.
And just stop. Get rid. Fire. If Netflix, if you want to make some fucking money, fire the fucking dumb cow and get somebody involved who actually wants to entertain people. But it's fucking ridiculous, that show. It's absolute fucking dog shit.
They should have just hired Henry Cavill to write for the show. He would have done better.
He wrote the best bit in season 2.
Exactly.
Who you fiddling with there, Gary?
Yeah, what's that?
Oh, Cronin, yeah.
But I warned you before the first season came out, because the first look we got of the Witcher writers' room, was them holding up signs going, "Oh my god, immigration, oh my god, look at us, we're looking so serious because immigration." If that's what your writers' room is holding up before your shows even come out, I'd just go in and go, right, all of you, fuckity bye. Fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
You are out. Goodbye.
Unreal. Right, we'll do we need to talk about the regeneration, Morley, don't we?
Oh yes. Well, I'm assuming all four of us think it's a fantastic sequence.
Yes.
So I feel like injecting maybe forms of criticism just to see how you guys feel about them. Like it's been said that he is a belligerent child before he saves Wilf, like that he's complaining and he's kind of ruining the moment by being like, it's not fair.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think?
Yes, he was, but that's his process. I thought it was brilliant.
He needed to. I saw it as he needed to exercise the last remaining bit of his vanity, his ego, because that's what got him done. And then when he exercises the last bit of his ego, he's the Doctor. He's as he knows he should be.
Yeah, that's kind of what I had to. Like, I thought maybe, like, because if you really think about it and you put yourself in that position, you're still gonna be like, motherfucker, like, I can't believe I gotta do this now after all the shit that I went through. This motherfucker turned out to be the knock. Like,
I don't. No. This is no.
But he
no.
knows who
This
he
is a person who realizes his capacity. He realizes what he can do, how he can do things, how well he can do things, and he understands that. He is the only person who can understand that. Humans can't.
Mm-hmm.
And so he knows he has to say Wilf from the start before he's belligerent. He knows he has to say Wilf.
So that's the interpretation I have as well.
Yeah.
So he, before he does that, he literally, like I said, he has to exercise it out of his system.
That's what I got.
He has to exercise out of his system that he knows if he was alive, he could do more. He could do so much more. You know, he even said I could do so much more. He knows that he can go places, save more, but he also knows he needs to save a life.
It's I'm not going quietly into the night, and it's his process.
He's thrashing.
Yeah.
That look he has when he hears the knocks, he's already figured out exactly, I'm gonna die and he's gonna live. That's what's gonna happen.
Yep.
And then that part of him that's like, that shouldn't happen. It's like, yeah, he's gonna have that for a moment, but he knows where he's going. He knows what he's gonna do. He switches.
Is
right
it fair?
back
No,
into
it's not fair. It's not fair. But you know, fair isn't meant to help you. You know, fair isn't meant to be on your side.
And I think that portion was necessary, considering this Doctor's whole journey has been how much he is essentially in several moments gotten quite full of himself. How much he is kind of ego driven nearly gets him killed at midnight.
Yep.
Like, if you guys remember, that would be an episode I'd love to cover with you guys as well. But in the earlier parts of the episode, he'll talk about stuff like the other people in the passengers are like, "What?" And they'll be like, "How do you know that?" And he's like, "Because I'm very clever." And that sort of thing. And then later on, when they start to interrogate him on where he claims to be from, and they're starting to wonder if he's the threat, they say like, "How did you know how blah 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 works?" And he goes, "Because I'm clever." Like he's like actually running out of patience, and he's actually getting scared because he doesn't know what they're going to do to him. Which is why I love Midnight. There are just a couple of humans in a metal box, and they're like the biggest threat to him in that episode, beyond lots of the greatest aliens he's ever faced. And of course, I think that's the one episode that makes him question his perspective on humans a little bit. Poor guy was panicking. But yeah, point being is he values himself quite a lot, this Doctor. He thinks himself as quite valuable to the universe, so to speak. And so yeah, when he knows like this is it, this is my end, it's going to be for this guy. But then that other part of his brain comes in where he's like, of course I'm going to give myself up for this guy. This, like, and that's honorable as hell. That's a great sacrifice.
Well, dude, and after he absorbs all the energy and he pops up in the door, he goes, of course. I mean, that's
now it works.
He's dying.
Now
he
it
does
works.
that. And it's cool. You know?
But it's kind of what another thing that I sort of like the parallel between is when all his cuts and bruises heal because he's going into the regeneration process. I just kind of like that because later when Matt Smith has his regeneration, which is actually on the top of the church spire, his true regeneration, it resets him to default. And I thought that was actually quite clever because that's sort of what happened with Tennant. It reset him back to default. So I like the I just like the little bit of potential tie-in with that. But it's an incredible speech. It's a great speech. I don't think he comes across as, I mean, yes, he's venting his frustration. Yes, he's screaming to the universe. but he will always be the Doctor. He will forever be the Doctor and bound to his moral code and ethics. And when he says, I've lived too long. That to me was not that he was old. It was that he's been through stuff and he knows this already.
Mm-hmm.
And so when he says, I've lived too long, it's kind of like, I know that I got to get over this shit because I'm the Doctor and I got to save people. And it's such a wonderful sacrifice. And Tennant just blew it out the water.
That new super chat there as well. I think that is true, and it reflects something that like the meta bled into this role quite a bit. The love for Tennant's Doctor in this era of Doctor Who's, it was like the height, and so they knew what they were making. When you look at the behind the scenes stuff for his last scene, they're all like, "Yeah, this is it." You already know your show matters at that point, right? When you're like on eggshells with how you're executing it, compared to just slopping it out and being like, "Whatever."
I mean, it's great. There were 3 regeneration scenes filmed. The final regeneration.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw a little bit emotionless Doctor. I don't want to go. Then we saw the next one was, I don't want to go. And then the next one was, I don't want to go. And it got, and it was good. It was really interesting to see when they were going through them, and Tennant was just like, no, the third one's too emotional. He's kind of like just breaking up completely. The second one is like sad, but he's still kind of there. So it's good, it was interesting to see the thought process and how they settled with which version of the I don't want to go they actually they went for. I like that shit. Like you said, thought out.
Yeah.
With Whittaker, what the fuck did she say?
I don't remember that scene already.
La-di-da-di, fuckety nothing, absolutely wibbly wobbly.
Why did she looked like she was having fun, which made no sense. She was like, this is great. And I was like, you're dying.
Yeah, it was great.
Shouldn't
you
you
fucking
be
burnt.
Shouldn't it be
Wait.
sadder?
Yellow Flash said you got unbanned as.
It's you guys, that's a fake account.
No, it's if it's the heel V babyface, that is a fake account. That is not me.
Yeah, that's a fake account, guys.
Yeah, heel V. I am heel VS babyface.
I was about to say, how in the world did you get unbanned? Like, why would the...
But the heel V babyface, I just logged on a second ago. It said I'm banned.
No, everybody thinks it's the V one.
No, it's not. The heel V babyface. Can you report that? If you could do us a favor and report that as account that's intimidating. Impersonating me. That'd be great. But no, I'm the heel VS babyface. That's my.
Chris Gore just sent me the complete major release list for 2023 for movies.
Yeah, he sent it to me too.
They're The Exorcist. They're remaking The Exorcist.
Why would they try to remake the X? Oh god, that'll be awful.
Terrible. Dune's coming out November 3rd.
Woo!
All right.
The Marvels is July 28th. Flash,
Cheers, Yellow Flash.
Strays, Fast X. It doesn't look like a good year, dude. Oh my lord.
Anything
awful.
other than that noteworthy?
No. I mean, just the stuff like Ant-Man.
Yeah.
The Color Purple. What? Are they remaking that too?
Yeah, it's going to be called The Color Black.
Aquaman is on Christmas Day.
Good luck.
Equalizer 3, September 1st.
Yes. Denzel.
All I know is the year after that we get Avatar 3 and Sonic 3 at the same time.
Yep.
Yay.
It's gonna be great.
John Wick 4.
I'm waiting for.
That'll be fun.
Mm.
Cocaine Bear.
sequel.
As you're looking forward to Cocaine Bear, right?
I am.
Sure.
Yeah.
Why not? It could be fun. It could be a fun movie. Might be a pile of shit. Might be, but it could be a fun movie.
Some of this must be going on streaming, like Evil Dead Rise, which just looks. Ugh. There is no Evil Dead. Ash.
No, when you report it, all you have to do is just say that it's impersonating. I don't know if you have. I don't know. Whatever.
I can't believe they're making another Scream. It's like, who wants that?
Oh,
I didn't see
Lord
the
of the
last one.
Rings, War of the Rohirrim, 2024, March or April 12th.
That actually looks good.
I can't wait for that.
I like that.
There will be no House of the Dragon this year. There will be no Rings of Power this year.
Is this like a skippable year, is what you're saying?
Pretty skippable.
We all got to press fast forward.
Can we just go to 2024 already?
Guardians 3,
Oh, well, yeah.
Chicken Run, Dawn of the Nugget. I like Chicken Run.
What? Dawn of the... Is Hassan in
It's
it?
called Dawn of the Nugget. The Nuggies. Hassan's in it. His mom's making him nuggies. Craven the Hunter. That's going to be shit.
Oh my god, it's gonna be so awful.
Gran Turismo.
What?
Yeah, they're coming out with a Gran Turismo movie.
August 11th.
Remember they did Need for Speed? You guys see that?
Yeah, they did.
I think they all want to be Fast and the Furious, I guess.
Yeah. They just
Can you be slow and methodical? That'd be fucking great.
They're doing a last one for that now, right? As well, Fast and Furious.
I think so, yeah.
Another.
Fast X is coming out May 19th.
I hope they go further than space.
They're going through time now.
I want a fast multiverse.
Yeah.
Oh, do it.
It's gonna
Absolutely. Go all out.
Vin
Bring in
Diesel
all the
comes out as
families.
gay, where he finally comes out as gay.
Family.
It's about my family.
it's the family.
He sings a song about it.
I didn't.
Untitled Saw movie. It's a Saw movie. That's the title. What is it?
Oh, yeah, I know they're doing
a
a-
Sorcerer?
I know they're doing a God of War adaptation, but that's not out 2023, right? I got another year before that comes out, please.
Animated, or is that the Amazon show?
Amazon one, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking at movies.
Oh, right, yeah.
Fantastic Four is supposed to come out in 2025. No cast. The Smurfs musical. Untitled
Smurfs.
SpongeBob movie. Untitled Star Wars movie 12/19/25. Yeah, we'll see.
They are spinning their damn wheels on Star Wars movies, aren't they? What a weird world we entered. We haven't had one now since 2019. Just that's the damage they did. Absolutely nuts. That IP was just milkable. It was sitting right there, giant cow. All you had to do was walk it in. Like, what do people want to see? Luke being a hero, Han being a... Well, actually, fucking leave him alone.
Are you okay, Az?
Oh, poor Az.
I'm doing my thing. Boom.
If you're well, I mean, we're nearly at 3 hours. If you want to,
Yeah. We're definitely gonna call it a tree.
I don't know why I'm so
Right.
tired. It's not like I worked.
I just had another one of those spam bots that YouTube just can't seem to fucking deal with.
Yeah, sorry, folks. Like YouTube's not dealing with that. They still do those PS5 bullshit.
Yeah,
feel like
that's
it's
what
been
I
doing
got.
that
You're a winner.
for way too long. Like, what the fuck is wrong? There was a Jesus bot in chat. Like,
Yeah, I saw that.
I know,
That
I-
was
I-
funny.
I got, yeah, let's get rid of that.
Alec, girly, I'm old, but like I still have energy. Okay, because I take care of it. Maybe I just worked hard. Maybe I'm just chilling. I don't know. Or maybe I'm dying.
Let's just read a few more soups, and then we shall call it, because I would like to curl up and die.
Oh no.
Regenerate, yeah.
Last 11, 2 girls.
Greatest with a 10 Canadian says Mauler. You get Az and Gary to watch Arcane. Put them on game. They're missing out.
Hey, all I can do is recommend it to him. All right, that's the best I can do. It was one of the best things of the year it came out. I've kind of blanked on which year that was. I don't know if I watched it all the year it came out, but huge surprise, really fun. Drinker
Was that-
recommends it as well.
Was that 2022 or 2021?
Huh?
2021, I think.
Wind's howling.
And it was 6 years in the making, I want to say. So probably gonna be a while before season 2. But once that rolls around, if that's good as well, oof, me and Drinker will start poking you guys and be like, hey, you watch it, all right? Yeah, watch it.
Right, you talk
yeah.
about House of the Dragon and like you think you can coerce me to watch it. Apathy. I just don't care.
Oh, I can get you to watch it.
I just don't care.
I can start watching it and go, dude, come on, let's watch it right now.
Dude, come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Happy birthday, J.R.R. Tolkien, by the way. Would have been 130 tonight.
Oh,
Wow.
Not bad.
Happy
That's not bad.
birthday.
Getting up there, but it's
Decent
fine.
knock.
Yeah.
Seen better. Iron Maiden with a £10 says, "Hail all, R.I.P. Ken Block. Always remembered his Top Gear appearance with Captain Slow going around an abandoned airfield. The final shot of car, motorbike, and plane
I remember
taking
that.
off on one is perfection."
I need to watch some old Top Gear.
It is good stuff. Jeez, he was young,
Brilliant.
man. 55.
Who now?
Riot Press Productions with a $10 says, "Hail panel, hail chat, hail to you."
Hail.
Felipe Abrigo with a 5,000 Chilean pesos says, "Hi guys, my beloved dog Crispa passed away last Wednesday.
Oh, I'm
She was
sorry.
so sweet and she was pure love. I will miss her and love her until the day I die. Please stream a lot, guys. I'll need it." Oh, lots of
I'm
love
so
to you, Felipe.
sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
sorry to hear that.
for a loss, man.
Oh, Gary.
Yeah.
I got my first Berserker book.
Oh, good.
Oh, that's good. That's
Well,
fun.
not really. It was book 2.
Oh no.
Book 1 is not easy to get.
Where's my fucking book 1?
Well, get it.
I've sent them a message saying, "Where's my book fucking 1?"
Oh, did you get it from Amazon.co.uk?
No, I got it from the Kickstarter project.
What?
That's weird.
Yeah, so when they said, "Oh, your book shipping," I was like, "Oh, fucking finally!" And then it arrives, and I open up, and it's book fucking 2.
All I know is Todd McFarlane made action figures. I did a Kickstarter with him. That was probably the first Kickstarter I ever did. Like one of the only ones I ever did. And that shit got to me in time. I even moved and I missed one and contacted them and they sent it to me immediately.
But I've contacted them, and I haven't heard anything back. Thanks, guys.
Huh.
Andy Radart with a $10 says, "Hail, love Tennant's run and him raging against the dying of the light.
Yep.
Is an incredible scene. But most emotional for me is when he goes to the book signing during his reward.
Yeah. Ooh, that
Sadly,
whole,
he won't be that doctor."
his reward, that whole thing was great. That was just great. What a way to end it. Because you're like, how do you top, the end of season 4? And they managed to do it. So damn. RTD was good.
Yeah, Marksman. Yeah, I know. It was meant to, but I never got it. Mayor of Maynard with a $10 says, "As it may be better for you and Gary's sanity if you use a meeting service where you just take control/share screen and do it. Take it from my world-class service provider." Oh, it's got
Oh, he's done.
it's got to be Gary. It's got to be Gary that does it. Cybernet Strikes with 10 Australian says, "That fall through the glass ceiling was awesome as it makes the wolf/regeneration scene all the more tragic, as we think he got away with his life for a second until the 4 knocks."
There's a lot of that in his last few outings, right? Like a lot of close brushes with death.
Mm.
And then it comes in the form of a friend.
Chris B with the $10 says 10 speech at the end always felt to me a bit like RTD and Tennant telling us how hard it was for them to let go while still knowing that they must. Okay, let's call it there. I need to die.
Oh, poor Az.
I'm not regenerating, so hold on. If I do that, hold on, no, wrong hand. That's how fucked I am.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
Nina, anything you'd like to plug before we go?
Yeah, you can check me out on my channel, Nina Infinity, and I have a merch store now, ninainfinity.org. Can I share that for a second?
Sure.
Show you something cool.
Is it a
here
bra?
No, but I could sell bras on there.
Yeah.
So this is my new website, and I got really cool stuff on there, like these canvases that you can buy of Iron Man, Da Vinci Iron Canvas, which is really cool. And you can buy the Batman version, which is this one, and this is awesome too.
That's
If you like,
cool.
if you like them and you want them in a bigger size, you can email me on the website, and it'll be more expensive, but I can get you the bigger
You
size.
want them bigger. If you
You
want
can get them bigger
size
for
it.
you.
If you want
Size
it
is no
bigger,
object.
email Nina.
at bigger,
Oh.
longer, uncut.
Hi, Nina. I want it bigger.
You'll have to pay more for bigger, of course.
Yeah, I asked Nina if she's selling a bra because I want to buy a bra.
You get my posters, and also the posters come with this frame thingy, which is cool, and t-shirts and more. So go check it out. Thank you very much. That's me.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do. You go first, Mahler. Make it long. We want Az to suffer some more.
No, I
Oh.
don't. It's these days I got metal over, so we're just doing game streams. We just completed the last of the God of War ones, which means we're moving on to the Gears of War ones. We're going to do Gears of War 1, 2, and 3. A bit of a nostalgia trip back to the 360 era. Going to do co-op on that. So if anyone wants to see, that's what we'll be up to.
That's a
Next
trip.
EVE episode is probably going to be on Glass Onion. Actually, going to check out and talk about that wonderful thing. I'm gonna watch Knives Out for homework tonight.
Good
Yay!
God.
Why are you doing this to yourself?
It's story analysis and breakdown. People ask for a lot of kind of.
Yep.
halfway through there, okay? To be fair, because I watched it pretty casually with Mel, and when I was watching, I was like, man, this will be great for conversation. The amount of bullshit that's in here, like the way that he writes scripts, man, is something else.
I watched Knives Out, and I have not watched Glass Onion. I don't think I can do it.
No
Would recommend it.
way am I gonna watch that idiot stuff. I'll let Mahler do it and just watch the EFAP.
Real quick, people were asking what the website is. It's ninainfinity.org. Thank you.
Not to be confused with ninahartley.org.
Oh no. Why are you sending traffic over there, Gary? God damn it.
You.
Me. I have nothing planned right now. We just
Yes, you do Witcher streams.
Yeah, I mean, like for a video.
Oh.
There's no prep for the Witcher stuff, so I just start and be retarded for a couple hours. We just got released a video out Saturday. It was Saturday, so that one's out for a little while. Then I'll get on to whatever's next, either be a Blood Origin or whatever stupid thing Hollywood does in the next week, which I'm sure is just around the corner. But yeah, like we're ready for the new year. It's a great year. Great year of real BBCs, great year of FNTs, best year on the channel ever. We had a very good time. I'm lucky to have a very good crew, and we're most lucky to have you guys out there. So
Oh.
cheers. Thanks to the fellowship. And let's do it again, because this year is not going to be, it's going to be Crazy. Our guest on FNT, we might have two. So we have Amla from Unapologetic and PragerU in the first 2 hours, then possibly Dave Landau after that. I don't know if that's confirmed yet or not. But
Yay. Oh, as.
wait, I got about 10 more minutes of things to announce. As just hang in there, buddy. I'm just kidding. Thanks. It was great talking about Doctor Who. I could do it all the time.
Yeah.
Everyone who's super chat, I didn't read out today. I will do a square up when I'm feeling a little better. So fingers crossed this weekend. I'll do it hopefully Sunday. Fingers crossed I'll be feeling better then. So thank you very much indeed for super chatting, memberships, and I'll do it then. Obviously on limited time today because of I'm going to bed to watch Gary videos so he shuts the fuck up.
But dude, you got to stay awake for the entire thing.
That's not part of the
I
deal.
will know.
I'm changing the deal.
No.
Pray I don't change it further. Thank you, Graham Nolan.
Thank you, Graham Nolan. That was fucking unbelievable.
So cool.
Thank you. Oh, and Chris, I'm live with Chris Gore tomorrow for the nooner.
Yay,
If I'm- Okay, cool. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to the mods. We'll be back with some more stuff very soon over on Gary's channel next week. You take care. Bye for now.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.